Ambition is critical.
Right, I'll explain it to you. It's a Christmas behaviour chart.
Never heard nothing so fucking nonsense.
Well, don't fucking ask me. Do you think for a fucking second that I brought that into the house?
Mate, that's proper super nanny shit, that, isn't it?
That's my missus, that is. So like I say, she, you know, what she does is, because these two can be boisterous as fuck. You know when you've got boys like, innit?
Yeah.
So they fuck about, and then she goes, right, that's it. Now we're going to go down a notch on a chart and that, because it's it's very good. Or below average and naughty or something like. You know
but don't you think even if they fucking burns the cat's tail, they still don't have the scaletics on the fucking Christmas day?
No, I know, but that's a little game we've got to play.
My boy, he's only 3. He thought it was a good idea. He thought it was brilliant. The fact that he's had a letter off the naughty off the for telling him he's on a naughty list. He was chuffed. He got in the car the other day. Dad, guess what? I'm on the naughty list. That's not a good thing.
That's what happened to the Killers of Jamie Bulger, like. That's what's going to happen.
It's not a good thing, boy.
That's what happened to our Venables, boy.
It's not impressive you're on a naughty list.
Hang on, this is episode 14 of the Ambition is Critical podcast with Adam Double Barrel Farrell in the house.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's keeping them in fucking check anyway. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, it's all that matters. Niall's on a run. He's like 5 very goods on a trot. Yeah, he's fucking flying.
He's flying.
He's fucking flying. Not as good as me on my drinking ban, self-imposed. You know what I mean?
Just bringing fucking bevy left, right, centre.
Do you know it? Right, Saturday. I'm not gonna have a drink. I takes Niall to football. Comes home, sticks the swans on. I'm not gonna have a drink. Next thing, Wilfred Boney scores, right?
On fire.
Oh
it's
my
gone.
word. I haven't celebrated like that since the fucking van passed the MOT. I was up fucking jumping around the fucking living room, giving it the big one. I thought, well, I gotta have a can now.
I was straight on WhatsApp. I was singing the old Wilfred Boney.
yeah. I think Trundle was giving it to Wilfred Boney on Twitter.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was for like a little spell, like, and then
that's what football does do for half hour, isn't it? You know, you fucking bouncing like.
Oh, there was a tweet, right, from a guy called Ricky Owens. This pretty much summed up how I felt, and I actually wrote it down for you if you remember. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? Right? There's no more true and sweet.
That's the problem.
Oh my god,
that's the problem. We scored in 3 minutes, and unfortunately, he was just know in the back of your mind. There's only downhill from here. He just set himself up for disappointment now.
We're playing Stoke, man. We're not playing fucking. We're not playing Real Madrid. Like you should be thinking, well, fucking hell. At least there's a chance in it. You know what I mean? But fuck, it was a short-lived. Like,
well, it was. You know what I mean? And the thing was, we got straight into this tonight. Fuck it, let's keep going. It was like we were comfortable. I felt 1-0 up. We were comfortable. Stoke were playing fucking dreadful. We mentioned it last week about how bad run Stoke had been on.
We look like players like Shaqiri. You know, he is a game changer when you look at him.
Of course he is.
You know, he might not do anything at all. So his little legs go, and then he's through. You know what I mean?
Which is exactly what we haven't got. Like, you know,
and when they play into the fucking hands like Fur did for the first goal. You know, and it just giving Joe Allen, you could see that pass a mile off. It doesn't take the weight of the pass is quality, but it doesn't take, you know, a fucking world class footballer to pick that pass down the centre and they've scored because we just fucking handed it to him. You know, and then like what was it? 5 minutes or so later, it just shit defending again. It was a fucking shambles.
But again, with Alan, it's again going back to he should be doing that for us.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That's the fucking killer.
Did you watch Match Today?
Yeah.
Right, they highlighted it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they made a big thing. I can't remember who was in the studio now about Joe Allen. They were just showing him picking up passes and stepping forward into space and picking up ball up. And you're going, and that's it. That's what you're thinking. You're going. Why is he not doing that for us? Like,
that's exactly what we would say to Leon. Thank you, mate. Go and fucking, you know what I mean? Go and come in, get him coaching badges. Who can go upstairs now.
Is that part of the reason that Williams left because they wouldn't buy back Allen? I have no idea. I know I read it in more than one pundit have said like apparently the reason being that Williams left, you know, is because we wouldn't compromise by Allen.
Williams was always going to go. It was his fucking last.
He was always going to go, but you know, I think that was the final nail in a coffin from a couple of things I've read.
I heard different to that. I heard that he didn't want to go.
Oh really?
Yeah, by people.
Well, he was like forced out, like.
Well, not so much ignored.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Story I heard. Obviously, I can't clarify fucking anything.
Yeah, don't matter.
This is obviously, but just rumours. Just take this as gospel, and I actually have heard this from 2 different people. Right, so it's not from one different and 2 different.
Bill Chris's mother.
Yeah. We never believe a word Bill Chris says. So I heard that when he came back from the Euros, that he was waiting for a phone call from like some representative of the club saying, "Oh, welcome back, Ash, congratulations on the Euros." And it never came. So then he was due to report back for training, like a certain date. He hadn't heard anything from the club. He actually went down like early or something, showed his face at the training ground, and was like, have you forgotten about me type of job? And like Hugh Jenkins was sort of like blanking him, didn't want to talk to him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was told that he didn't want to go.
He's probably found his rat phone in his locker and fucking found he was texting his missus or something.
Yeah, he just,
Cancel Leigh Dineen for next week.
I'm going to get to him. So that's what I heard. And I heard like he didn't really want to go to Everton. He rapidly stayed here. I think that though, like we said about his last big money move, right? If Everton have offered him double what the Swans were going to pay him, he's going to go, right? Yeah, but I think what he would have tried to do is probably eke another contract out. Do you know what I mean? If he's getting, let's say for argument's sake, he's getting 60 and Everton are going to give him 90, he's going to go, look, I don't want to go, but I got this offer, give me 75 and I'll stay.
Yeah. But the thing is, offer it, they could have offered him, the contract for an extra X amount of years, but on the back end of becoming a coach.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of players. Well, we go back like that many years ago. Like Andy Robinson, years ago, I was with him the night before he travelled up to Leeds, and he told me all he want. As true as I said, I don't know. Well, it was from his mouth. He asked for double his wage. They said no, and then he went up to Leeds. It was on $10,000 a week. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of money.
So, all he got changing.
His kids
are in school down here. He wanted his kids to continue to be in school down here. And he asked for double the money he was on, rather than go up. I'm not exactly sure the amount. I didn't ask him the figures. He wanted double the money down here because they said no. So he went up $10,000 a week, and he had to take his kids, and he wanted to settle here, leave his kids finish school here, and coach here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
his hands like.
Well, they not. It's the same old thing. And don't look after the ones who should be looking after. You know what I mean? And then sell Robbo, and then sign someone shit. So sign Williams. Or sell Williams, obviously got Mawson in, but he was an inexperienced player.
Yeah.
Alongside Fernandez, there's always been questions asked. Where there's no one who's come in and been solid.
Mawson should have been playing alongside Williams.
Yeah.
Because Williams, surprising how good Williams, how much he commands people. Because what's his name now? That Tottenham player that came down there for a season.
Coker.
I remember when he came down and how good he was for us, and then he went for the England. Olympic team and then he left us, and then all of a sudden as if he wanted to just fucking commit career suicide, went to QPR for a relegation battle, left QPR to go to Cardiff for a relegation battle, and then obviously he went to Liverpool, and then they loaned him out straight away. But it just goes to show it does actually go to show people will obviously call Williams, and I was one of his biggest. I always call him in the event his head was down after a goal went in. But it must go to show how much he commanded our defence. Yeah. Because
two things you say about that, right? Williams-Coker partnership was probably one of the best I've ever seen in going down and going to watch Swans. When I put on like you said, like greatest 11 that you've seen, like, and I fucking nearly went for Williams and Coker as two centre halves, and I got shot down. He's a Cardiff cunt. He's a bluebird. I said, but take that away. That fucking
but he weren't a Cardiff cunt before he
fucking played. That season, Williams and Coker, they was fucking spot on, wasn't it? That was perfect fucking pair, and they was really good together. And when no one was saying about Williams, the leader, Ryan and Williams, greatest fan, like, thought he got bullied in the big games, picked and choose who he marked.
Yeah.
He'd never stepped up. Adebayo used to torture him, like, but like, Williams always seemed to pass him on. But as a leader, like the Welsh squad now, if he wasn't such a good leader, Gareth Bale would be skipper, like.
Yeah,
but like Coleman must have thought so much for him, thinking there's only one leader here, and it's fucking Williams, like, you know what I mean? They give him the captaincy, like, got to have something about it.
Same with Carroll, like one of my favourite shouts on a football is Jitbo, that old shout. So Carroll comes on, they all call him a Jitbo, he turns, skinned three of us, hit it in the top corner left one, he just walked over, just flicking his hair in front of the
Remember they start saying he's unplayable, and when he's on fire, like Andy Carroll. Like,
he's always done it right against us. He's like.
We
played him in the championship and we were beating him 1-0, and I think it was a Sunday afternoon or something like that. And
he'd have been with Newcastle. Like.
He was with Newcastle, and we were 1-0 comfortable, and it was just like one hopeful long ball towards a far post, and he came in, fucking boshed it back across corner top.
Yeah, he's quality. Like. he hadn't achieved what he should have really. Like, you know what I mean?
It was the move to Liverpool.
It come way too soon, and they shouldn't have been fucking 30 million. But because they had Suarez money, I think, when it was it.
Torres.
Sorry, Dagley shined him in, wasn't it? And then too soon, like big transfer window January.
He couldn't stay fucking fit.
So he
couldn't stay fit. No. It makes a massive difference if you can stay fit in the game, because he's getting 3 or 4 games. And then he's getting niggles again, and then you don't get a run like that, do you? Can't
remember, like I think it was the FA Cup final. Liverpool played Chelsea. They brought him on after our what?
He scored, didn't he?
He fucking scored, and they had one cleared off the line.
Yeah.
If you remember,
he
fucking leather John Terry all over Wembley Way. Honestly, God, fucking hell.
What was the story?
John Terry was in the World's End pub 2 miles down the road when I was fucking when we brought the table in the autoglass. Fucking hell.
What did he? When he live in with Kevin Nolan up in Newcastle? Kevin Nolan wanted to try and keep it, but then didn't Kevin Nolan's wife come home or something? And Carol had 2 prosies and fucking Paddy was chang all over the place, and he had 2 prosies like Nolan's pretending to sleep.
It's like fucking boxing, like the Boxing Day parties I used to have over my house. Remember when the kitchen wasn't done? It was fucking
smoke machine, everything.
Honestly, God, we was having so many parties, right? Me and my missus went into the market. And right next door to the Cockles and Lava Breads, like electric store, we bought 2 disco lights and a smoke machine, right?
Fucking quids in.
We would have bought the smoke machine.
He probably had 1 more disco.
We would have bought the stroke machine, but Auntie Dennis is epileptic. And the stroke, wouldn't he? One night, like, honest to God, fucking, we was talking about fucking what he was just coming dressed as. My missus would go upstairs and come dressed down in the chicken outfit.
We'll just completely bypass that. We'll have to get back to that.
Yeah. My missus would come down dressed in the chicken outfit we had. Don't ask me where we got it from, but we had this fucking 6-foot chicken outfit. One day in, fucking, there's all nonsense all over the table, right? And we left the front door open.
I was standing on the front door.
Generally now, everyone's fucking dancing on the chairs to fucking Razor Light, fucking America. And then who's in the fucking doorway? My father-in-law, right? Fuck. One of the boys there, chucked the fucking tea cloth over the fucking one side of the room to the other, got everything covered, right? We thought Donna's mother and father was going to go fucking mental. Donna's mother walked in, do you know what she said? Have we got any Beatles?
I was standing on the door with one of the boys, can't remember who it was, and I don't know who his in-laws are like, and he walked up like just to him. They started walking in. I was like, "Hey, right, guys, have you got the right house?" and like, obviously, like Ramo now, his father-in-law's a bit of a hard case, and even back in the day, right? And he just sort of fucking
easy, I'd smash his fucking lights up. Boys.
He just sort of no.
Did he?
Yeah, I was like, crack on.
Yeah. Like,
see you later.
And they
terrible fucking doorman.
Yeah.
What a terrible fucking doorman.
Fuck, Donna's here dressed as a 6-foot chicken. Fucking hell, just play that. Like, fucking brilliant.
I think that was the last Boxing Day. I done out because then I still had to try on to get sensible after that. We were walking in at 7 in the morning. And it's
it was good.
Tina's like, "Where have you been?" I was like, "Well,
I don't know."
Paddy and Donna's.
Yeah. Paddy and Donna's. It sounds normal, doesn't it? Those have we gone over for to come down with me now.
My missus actually rang me about 4 in the morning. Love will tear us apart. Flat out on the She goes, "Where are you?" I go, "Paddy and Donna's." "No, you're not. That music is blaring." I said, "Hold on, I put Donna on now."
Let me just turn the disco light down.
I can't see it.
Yeah, fucking quality.
Right, we better not. Adam have turned up as a gorilla. The famous. That is the original, is it?
That is the original Chris Reyes gorilla, yeah.
It is. There's fucking gorilla hair all over my kitchen. My missus said to me, "You better make sure he sweeps that up before he fucking leaves."
But the best thing is, there's armed police outside Little's because there's a fucking gorilla on the loose. Like, they think it's just escaped from Anna Ryder Richardson's down Polly Farm.
I was hoping that Paddy was going to be a bit of a phobia of mascots and people dressed up.
You mistimed it.
And as we talk, as I go, I brought a Christmas present for Paddy as well, an early Christmas present.
Yeah, if only we had a video.
An early Christmas present.
Only problem is I got a funny feeling because it don't look like a football. And what is it? It's fucking only got to be one thing, innit? It's getting fucking worse and worse. Starting to dominate my life. A tin of fucking healthy living beans. Reduced sugar. Diabetics. Fucking hell. Not even the Heinz ones. He didn't even buy buy the Heinz.
They didn't have the reduced sugar and Heinz in Tesco.
A lot of people knows far too much about this bean nonsense. I can see me being fucking forced into a bath of beans 100% by the end of next year.
Captain Beanie's still following us.
Yeah, fuck
It's
yeah.
only a matter of time.
Microwave in 3 minutes. Same as a fucking wrestler's burger. You know it's not going to be any good for you. Like, microwave in 3 minutes. Fuck that. I'd rather San Pellegrino. I can get fucked.
Yeah, we've still got San Pellegrinos left. We still got the red stripe. This is the only thing. Like I think people think I'm a bit of a pisshead. I'm actually much more of a binge drinker.
Well, I was on the text too.
As if that's any better.
No. There's a difference in it, right? I don't drink Monday to Thursday. But I'll have a berry on a Friday if I'm not working on a Saturday. I'll have a couple of cans. I'm not like I have a berry.
Yeah.
And I'll have a few berries. If I'm going to get leather, it'll be a Saturday.
Of course, yeah.
And I may have a couple watching the football on Sunday. That's it.
I'd rather use my 16 units
in one
between
day.
Saturday 4 till 6.
Yes, that's it. You've got to really push it out, like
the 15 minute can challenge.
The thing with this podcast is everyone's turning up with berry. Like
no one's turning up empty-handed. It's fucking great. Even the beans and stuff.
Well, they can stay here, Paddy. We'll feed the kids with that.
All right.
Well, they're good for the kids. Well, we do sugar and stuff.
So yeah, Adam rang me earlier. What's the protocol for tonight? What do you mean? He said, well, do I bring a bevy or what? I said, it's up to you. I mean, I got cans. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to let you drink on your own.
Yeah.
You are lucky because I was doing a lift up the other day. Owen Jones was meant to pick me up and drop me off. But
this new Range Rover. Fucking hell. You have showed us, don't worry.
I was more or less. I was not far off, put my trainers on, and he texts me and say he couldn't make it, so I've obviously driven. So, I have 1 or 2. So you are, well, I don't know whether you're lucky or the listeners are lucky.
Don't tell me Owen's fucking car broke down already.
No, you had to shoot off somewhere. So, I think a lot of Swansea public are probably glad that I'm not drinking.
Well, I got a bone to pick with Adam. Like, he can't fucking remember it. He says hello and all that, right? But I used to play. Mate, I was playing football in the street with you when he was fucking 3 years old, man. But who can't remember it?
Oh, would it be up on Elby Crescent, is it?
What when, right?
Oh yeah, it's in Peter's Terrace.
So I would have been, how old are you now?
31 now, so it would have been Dale Griffiths then, because I live in Peter's Terrace.
Exactly, and for a fucking 3-year-old, he was a cheeky cunt, because I'd always been playing football in the street, and he'd just come, like, and sort of stand there, like, but he was only a fucking kid, I'm fucking must be 10, 11, thinking I'm fucking Ian Rush against the fucking wall. And he'd just stand there, and I'd say, oh, fuck, have a game, man. And we'd be fucking playing. I can't remember how long he lived there, but
I lived there about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
fucking like warm and on the side, and me and Dale Griffiths we think it was great, like 4 or 5, go to top on skateboards from the top to the bottom. But then you go out on the fucking main road. You will do one, do the other. We'd be how he's still alive is unbelievable.
It goes 2 ways. You're either going to get hit by a fucking Ford Escort, or you're going to end up in a one-way pub window. So either or, it's going to end in fucking tears, isn't it?
Straight down. Well, Dale, who always have knuckle injuries, always run over your hands with the wheels, and he
just trying to stop dying, like, you know what I mean? And then
the amount of trainers you go through.
2 years after they moved in, I was in Tottenham, and the old man tried getting me to do security with him in Glastonbury. So fucking technically we cousins, basically, we family,
Kerry maybe, cousin, is it? Who tried to get you?
I thought it was your old man, I did, like, fucking hell, one of you lot, anyway, in fucking Tottenham years later,
They could have just had one of those trippy pills.
Yeah.
Anything could have been fucking happening, hadn't it? See what happened Saturday. Listen, it's a fucking whopper, right? Okay, we're at the kids' football, and my boys' team's playing, and there's a couple of the teams. And Stowie are one of the teams. So I'm with Marcus Lovell now, and he goes, "Oh, who runs out on a Stowie team?" He said, "Michael Howard." We know Michael Howard used to play for the Swans, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right. No, he lives down here. I didn't know this until Saturday, right? Actually, he follows a podcast and may very well be listening. So hello, Michael.
Oh, happy days to be on, before Christmas.
So. He said, I said, oh, right, okay. So, Niall's team, they played the 2 other games. They had Anna Stowie last, right? So you can hear Michael Howard. Anna Stowie, you can hear him because he's like a scout, so he's up that way anyway, Birkenhead, whatever the fuck. He's up that way. So, he's over there now, and I'm standing on the side of the other pair. So my old man, he goes behind the goals with my boy, right? My boy's in goals, he stands behind the goals. So, it's down the other end from where I am. I'm standing at the top end of the pitch, on the side. And I see my old man stick his hand up because the ball's down now, as if it's like a goal kick or something, right?
Yeah.
And the kids just play on. And my man's going, hey, that's gone out. And anyway, I didn't know, right, because I couldn't hear, but they've had words.
Oh, nice.
Right? Right? So I started to turn like this now. Me and Marcus are turning, and I can see my old man got the finger out. And I thought, this is a fucking bad sign. Right?
Cancel that, the one Michael Howard on. Hang on.
This is a bad sign. I thought, this is going to end in fucking tears. And he's gone, don't you question my... No, I said before, no, you call my old man anything. Right, just don't call him a cheat. Right? Don't question his honesty. He said, don't you question my honesty. That ball was out. And Michael Howard's going, you shouldn't be giving decisions. It's nothing to do with you. Right? But with a lot of these games, Michael Howard may be right, but with a lot of these games, there's no linesman and there's not even real referees. They referee in it between themselves.
So you just helping out.
It's just basically your natural reaction is if you see the ball go out right in front of you,
because you always have each team either side of the pitch.
Right. So my old man would have been as likely to give a corner with his hand up like this as give a goal kick. You know what I mean? If the ball's gone out, he would have given it. My old man is honest to a fault, right? Okay, and this is why he can go off his fucking napper if you question his honesty. So the game went on, and I forgot about it then. The game played on, and it ended up finishing. Game finishes. My old man steams over to Michael Howard, and I thought, there's literally going to be a brawl. There's going to be people Snapchatting my old man and Michael Howard, rolling round in the middle of it. Oh, he had the finger out. He gave Michael Howard the gypsies. Obviously, Michael Howard don't know who my fucking old man is anyway, does he? So
once the finger comes out.
And he was right, Michael Howard. He said, this in the right place. He said, this kid's here, blah, blah, and he fucking lectured my old man. And I was starting to make my way over then. So my old man comes over. I said, well, fucking leave it, man. What's wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean?
You could have had him on a podcast, you twat.
He's fucking 60 years of age, recovering from fucking cancer, and he wants to go and have a roll around with the next Swans player.
You never had this with Bob Champion.
He's fucking... Honestly, but do you know the kids thought, no, I can't coach it. Not that thing, right, okay, because that happens, all pitches all around the front country, but do you know they don't give free kicks and throw-ins like why? They should. Well, they you know, a free kick's a fucking free kick, right? Whether it be the smallest push to the biggest kick, it's a free kick. They don't give.
We've got to teach them from a young age, because otherwise, when they go into, the 11 side or falls, they're not going to know.
No, of course
not. I've watched fucking kids beat someone, run away with a ball, and the kid turn and just boot the kid's legs away from them, and they just carry on.
Why?
What you fucking tell me?
It's not like rule like
they worse as at the older age now, where my oldest boy is, which is under 10s. They will give those type of free kicks now.
Yeah.
Right. But the little shoves and the this and that they don't want to give. Actually, in that game, my boys' team were 2-0 up, and the ball bounced up, and the boy who was the best player for Understow, he was a good footballer. It bounced up, it hit him on the chest. And it went over wide of him, and he handled it out in front of himself.
Dirty little bastard.
And then he buried it, right? It happened as quick as that, right? But it was blatant, and he buried it.
Yeah.
Michael Howard wasn't going to give a free kick. He was just like, go.
Yeah, he's too busy arguing.
Let him know, wasn't he? We're going to let him know.
So we were like, well, fucking hell, that's a fucking handball. So our manager shouted across, and then he gave the free kick, right? Okay.
After he got shouted at.
So we weren't going to give. You weren't going to give it. Not like I'm trying to character assassinate it.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't see it. We're giving him a benefit of the doubt. But these type of things, and it's not just this game. This is every fucking game, and especially with my youngest boys' age, they get kicked to ribbons.
Yeah.
If you're a player, got a bit of ability, you go past players, you'll just get kicked the fuck, because the kids will just kick your legs as you go around, and they'll just kick you the fuck on. Yeah. I know the throw-ins is frustrating as fuck. No one. Did you play when you was a kid?
Yeah, it was people. West End. I was with Donny's team.
They
were
fucking
West End.
Start having interview before they come in.
But that wouldn't have happened fucking with Donny on the line. That game would have gone off his fucking head.
You know the throw-ins, right? We were playing full-size pitches under 8s. It was my first year, right? Okay. And you had to take throw-ins properly. If you didn't take a fucking throw-in properly, it was a fucking foul throw.
Yeah.
Well, at very least, they'd make you get the ball back and show you to take it again, like, innit, right? They don't do that now. Literally, they're throwing it from the front of their face. Some of them are throwing it one-handed. Fucking all sorts of shit.
Why are they pulling
Dan Marino?
Yeah,
but like you said, right, okay, this is bad habits from the start, innit? I wouldn't allow it. I just wouldn't allow it. And if it was my team, if I was coaching, I just wouldn't allow it.
It's like if you play basketball and you fucking hold the ball in your hand and run down the court. They're going to blow up for a try, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? A
rule's a rule, like, and I goes to the kids' games. I keep my head right, okay? Because, you know what I mean, I'm a bit fucking touched. Like, I can lose my rag. But at the kids' games, I just shuts the fuck up when it goes on and I just... It gets pent up inside, right?
That's why you drink on the Saturday.
I know, yeah. Because I comes home and I loses my rag. Because if it isn't fucking free kicks or throw-ins or something, it's kids' football can be frustrating as fuck as well. Because the kids will turn up in one game, they'll be fucking on squad like that, boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, win 3-0, and you're going, fuck me, we turned the corner, we're class. And then the next game they go out and they can't seem to fucking
looking at the
run in a straight line. Oh, God. And I see it with both my kids, they've both done it, and they drive me around a fucking bend. And I know, you know, obviously don't shout at the kids or nothing, like, but they just fucking...
Who takes 2 points off their behavioural chart.
Yeah, biggest knockdown.
If they had fucking false roll, like...
They're toilet cleaning things the next day.
Back down to average. Innit? Fucking God help fucking Pridmore's fucking super nannies. What are they doing here?
Well, I don't know. This is really a nice story I heard the weekend. After my boy played Sunday, it was a Saints kids Christmas party. So it was only the younger ages, 6s, 7s, 8s, I think it was, whatever. So there's one of the parents in the year older than Kian's, it must be under 8s. I think it may be older age, sorry, that wasn't there, but one of the fathers is not well. Like I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it, but he's not well. So they've been raising money to try, and they were trying to send him originally to Euro Disney, right? The family to Euro Disney. So apparently he can't travel, so what they decided was they were going to raise money to send him to Bluestone. Yeah. You know?
Nice little, well, you know, it's not the same, but it's, you know, it's
because obviously he couldn't travel, so go Bluestone, whatever. So one of the fathers contacted Angel Rangel to see if he could get a pair of signed boots, so they could, because they'd done an auction there, see? So they can auction off the boots. No problems at all. Angel Rangel signed boots. Told his missus about what they were raising money for, and his missus contacted the club and paid for the trip to Bluestone.
Oh, Angel Rangel, though.
Angel Rangel.
He is a good egg, and
he's one of us, isn't he?
He can hear everything, the amount of stories you hear about them, you know, we're like, obviously, years ago, you know, going out, was it Christmas Eve, feeding the homeless, was it Christmas Eve?
Yeah, he done that.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, Swansea's his own now, isn't it? So he treats it like his own, he treats the people like his own as well.
Do you know what I like more than anything? It hasn't been put up on fucking Twitter, Facebook. He just done it, done it off his own back. Obviously, it's come out now, which is fucking great, because then it comes out
perfect. Yeah, give the acknowledgement he deserves. Or well, her, you know, it probably is his money, obviously, but you know, it's her that's made.
Of course it is. But still, we've still got to do it, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of that. Like, it's fucking. So, I'm giving it the big one. That's fucking amazing.
I think they raised about best part of $1,000 now on Sunday. And that now, instead of paying for
just go for Christmas,
it's just amazing down at Christmas time as well. You got that, you know, the Elf Kingdom. You got Story Time with Santa. I went to
everyone loves it.
We went last year.
I went. Well, you know, it's amazing. Puts it, you know, if it puts a smile on his face, sees his kids happy. It's what matters, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's fucking great. Well, they had some decent stuff. They had Liam Gallagher tickets mined on the auction.
Did they really?
Ben Matthews had them. 30th of December.
13th. Next week.
You going 13th.
Oh, mate, fucking hell.
What's this?
Well, mate, I've been on Wales Online twice in a fucking week. You know what I mean? Then it goes on about Rangel keeping it low key. Fuck that. I'm fucking telling the world. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Last time I was in paper was when I jumped in that car outside Cross Keys.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking, it's anything to have something nice, like. He was outside Kasabian. Best live band I've probably seen, like, in the fucking bollocks, like, they're fucking brilliant. Every time you see Kasabian, you go outside the concert, and there's literally everyone just starts singing, and fucking everyone, you're talking like 1,000 people are blocking off the road singing. So then as we go through the lane into John Lewis, there's 2 bus cuts.
Right.
And they start singing Oasis, they start singing Kasabian. Mate, it's the fucking dream job, these buskers. Fudjo's like Floyd Mayweather, right? He's chucking fucking £10 notes in. Fudjo put at least 70 quid in the fucking empty guitar case. Right? But if you turn around then, it's 200 people fucking dancing to these fucking buskers. Mate, what a fucking night. Absolutely fucking amazing.
Well, they look good. When I saw it, at first, I couldn't see you, if you know what I mean. I was like, and then I saw the Stone Island jacket there, and I could see you bouncing in. You was on your phone.
That's it, see?
It's a thing I noticed.
I always slags people off, you know, fucking when you out, live your life. Don't spend all your time on your fucking phone. And then there's a photo of me in Wales Online on my fucking blower, which isn't like me, you know.
No, I
never do that. But it was so fucking good. I totally forgot. So
you want to show off a new iPhone X? It
was like, so I'm fucking filming it. Could just go, oh, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I gotta fucking take this just to remember there was happening. But then some fucking bird to take there, and I'm in the middle of it on my fucking phone.
Yeah, that's the thing I noticed, because the first thing I thought was, that's not like Paddy.
No, I know.
Nobody Paddy would be leading the charts.
Yeah, it was that good. Then we back up, you know, next Wednesday for Liam Gallagher, and I've seen some of his fucking, some clips from his gigs. He's just doing half new stuff, but, you know,
Oasis.
The majority of it, all Oasis stuff is going to be fucking brilliant.
Well, that's what gets the crowd going.
Oh, fuck yeah, he's not that.
Let's be honest, if just say, for example, 10,000 people going to see him,
yeah.
I guarantee you 7,500 haven't heard his new album.
Yeah,
probably right. Yeah. I haven't heard it.
The only difference now, like, Liam gone, done his own thing, and he started off pretty green, which some people wear it, like, but it can't be that fucking good because he don't wear it himself and it's his clothing, like. So I don't think I'd have got much fucking time left in it.
There's me burning my pretty green jacket.
No, you know what I mean? He ain't wearing his own label. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, he's wearing all these Stone Island Parkers.
It's like Ronaldo not wearing his own
pants. Yeah, but he got enough. He got money to buy a Stone Island
that's fair enough. Yeah.
I could only afford a pretty green.
Yeah, that's fair enough, right? But I think the way they marketed him now for this album, like I said, he's gone away for years and fucking hadn't done anything. The way to market in this day and age is get him on fucking Instagram, get him on Twitter, get him on fucking all social media, put him out there being interviewed, because he's always good fucking, always a good fucking laugh when he's interviewed. You know
both of them are,
of course they are. They both listen to what they say. So if you looked, he was on fucking Gogglebox the other day with his old girl and his son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fucking it, 5 years ago, we'd have never had Liam Gallagher on fucking...
He seems a bit more chill, doesn't he?
Exactly, no, he knows the only way to fucking...
Did he start to act his age?
no, wants him to want to act his age.
I know.
You know what I mean? He wants him to be a bit of a fucking rock star. That's why, when his album come out, his album sold more than the top 50 put together. To me, you marketed him brilliantly. You know what I mean? Get him out there, get him singing, give him a couple of one-liners on the radio, and he's fucking back.
I'm looking forward to that next year. Are you going to kill us in Liberty Stadium?
I haven't got tickets, but we got...
No, are they on sale yet?
Tomorrow.
I'm going to have tickets for that. And that's the week before we go to Finsbury Park.
The thing I find out with the Liberty, it's not good for concerts. Like the sound.
I never have been there.
Don't know.
I went to watch the Kings.
I haven't been there.
I went to watch. There's only one. I went to watch the Kings Leon, but the sound was fucking horrendous.
I remember hearing it.
Other people.
Oh yeah, loads of people mentioned it.
Oh my God, it was fucking terrible. It would have sounded better in your car.
Really?
Genuinely, don't get me wrong. The songs, everyone sing along the songs and having a good laugh, but the sound was shit.
Killers be great though.
Killers be good, yeah. But I'm just thinking like it's going to be fucking expensive a couple of weeks for me because we've got the Killers there Saturday and then we go to London on a Friday.
You have to put fucking taxi for
Yeah.
And then we're going to
can't get in here.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, no, that's going to be awesome. In the same month, we got Oasis. I'm supposed to go to the Isle of Wight Festival as well. So that's... and Killers are in that as well, so maybe fucking would give the Liberty a miss, like,
I'm going because I
don't need what's
exactly.
She's been, when I mentioned to her, see about going to Liam Gallagher with the boys, she was like, it's like, fucking hell, this won't be if you ever think to take me anywhere like that, I say, fucking hell. And then this Killers thing come up, and I was like, right, they probably do boys. I spoke to Louis.
Oh yeah, of course they will. Yeah.
Becky's going.
Well, some of it's seated. Some of it's seated on the side.
We got standing. We did.
It is a bit better to stand, but if you want, at least if you standing as well, at least you can dip a shoulder and fucking lose. Can he? He would do a Johnny Salou. He would do a Johnny Salou. I go to the toilet. Fucking go to Jabblies.
I rolled back to yours.
I done it fucking last week. I fucking left my missus in Cardiff. But I was on my fucking own, mate. I think she phoned me, where are you? I'm in the house eating a stuffed crust from Domino's watching Graham Norton. She played fuck with me. Cheeky cunt. I was on my fucking own. She's with 8 other people.
Yeah, you didn't get the top, but she liked that.
Do you know, you were talking about Leigh Dineen earlier. Obviously, you see his tweets on the weekend.
I saw him supporting fucking was it John? I can't remember.
We try not to mention a clog wearing nonsense.
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking muppet. He's not welcome on here. Because I don't think he'd make it out.
Talking social media, I saw fucking Brownie was trying to give me a bit of shit. Yeah, until I texted him, you some fucking changes to me. I tell you what, the reason he give me shit, I think it's all to do with the fact he hasn't got over when he used to live in the flat above the chip shop. We used to call it the Gaff. So he'd phone me fucking most days. Ask Mammy Farrell, my old girl, to make me sandwiches or bring me some apples over. So he didn't phone me one day. Well, fuck, I'll have him now. So phone Matthew both. She came up the house. She put a balaclava each on. Well, got there, go said that balaclava each on, a fucking hammer each, right? She's sneaking up the stairs on the flat now. We were giggling like fuck. So Brownie was in his bedroom, so he heard something. So he's gone to open the door, and as I burst through the door with an hammer, me and Boaty, she screamed like a fucking girl, jumped underneath his bed, and hid underneath his fucking bed sheet. And I'm down to this day, that's why he's bald.
Yeah. And that's all he thinks hiding under his bed is going well. Have you seen the film Taker? What's the first place he got to look? He's going to be in the Turkish barbers before he knows it. I was
fucking crying laughing, but I think since he's never got over it. Because at the time he was still holding on to his ex. He'd had the Bobby Charlton haircut. He's had the Bobby Charlton when he was 21. But from that, then he just fucking went. There's a little bit of hair left on the bed. He went in the shower. I was gone.
Why is he asking? Why is he asking his mother for sandwiches and apples?
Oh, he's fucking.
Is that code for something? Nothing was going on, was it? This is the real reason why he's got a problem. Anyway, fucking hell, sandwiches and apples. He sounds like fucking. He sounds like Winnie the Pooh's mate.
People were getting brave because Adam's the first person we've had that isn't on Twitter, so like I couldn't tag like Adam Farrell on it,
right? Of course, yeah.
So then everyone goes, Adam's on Twitter.
Yeah, I as well knew Chris. Little Chris, I fucking texted him as well, trying to wind his fucking neck. Don't like punches fucking head.
Little Chris giving shit. And then little Chris sent me a screenshot of what he'd sent him on fucking smash him up, you prick.
Well, I used to bully him the night before, like we used to work on Andrew Harvey's, where I was just bully him, just take his dinner money off him every day. Right. So he had to go over that.
That's schoolboy bullying. That is bullying.
Yeah, take his dinner money off him when he was working on Harvey's.
He'd be alright, he just got me for a sandwich and apple.
What's his dinner money? About 25 quid a day.
Yeah, he's used to London prices, isn't he?
You know, I'm kind of a timber, but he was kind of a lot of fucking timber. He was still fucking 22 stone.
I know, I'm going to get shit for saying that. Yeah, Leigh Dineen was obviously Van Sweden kicked everyone off again, fucking Saturday, didn't he? Right on Twitter, and it was.
What did he say? December's our year.
December's our month. That was actually the week before, and when Swan scored, I literally jumped up going, John Van Sweden's a prophet! I saw he was going to be on that! Yeah. That didn't last long, and he back to being a clog wearing nonsense.
Yeah, because he when it was at Den Haag after that, and he was like, fuck, you know, he was well, not so much, yeah, just so many words, the way he managed to structure
see if this is bad.
The managing ways to structure his tweets, innit? Is just to slag people off, innit?
Yeah, he knows
slag the team off.
He's doing,
yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
He's clever,
really, because he is a massive Swans fan, isn't he?
Yeah. But he was a Swans fan before.
Yeah,
that's why he got involved, isn't it?
But like I say, I don't think, not that he'd ever come on, but I don't think he could come here because they'd end up shiving him before he left.
Boys.
Yeah,
the boys on his back. They were like an ankle bite.
Very average behavioural points would go up to very good,
if they stabbed him in the leg and the way out, they'd definitely be very good then all the way to Christmas.
100%. Fuck it up.
Leigh Dineen, right? I'd have him, yeah. Right? I would absolutely have him, yeah. If anyone knows Leigh Dineen,
he does reply to people.
Yeah, I'll give him that. And
the thing is, do you know, in Twitter, you don't get your side of the story out, right? Okay, and I've said before, right? I've said in the past on the podcast, we'd all have the same mindset, right? And everyone has been here so far, been of the same mindset regarding the Swans. Maybe not regarding other things, but regarding the Swans, we'd all pretty much on the same page.
Yeah.
So I want some fucker to come along who's that, like Leigh Dineen now, imagine he came here and was like, well, no, boys, you've seen it all wrong, and explained why we've seen it all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm prepared to fucking listen. I'm not going to sit here and Leigh Dineen sit there and me get
it's not a closed book, is it?
I'm not a prick, no, I'm prepared to hear him out, and and he'd have a platform and say, no, like, this is why you've got it wrong. This is what they do in that, this is what they do in that. Now, don't mean I'm going to believe the twat.
No.
But at least he's given himself a fucking opportunity, so I'm calling him out. If he fucking wants to do it, I'm fucking up for it.
As it happens, though, it's only what he does on Twitter every day, isn't it? Fighting fire, like,
I'll pick him up in the gorilla suit.
No, you know what I mean? It's only what he does every day, like, you know, he's more or less arguing with people every day. He always puts his point across. He must have thick fucking skin.
Yeah.
So, would he be willing to come on? I fucking doubt it.
I doubt
you know what I mean?
You know, it's the thing. You just want to hear the truth, innit?
Yeah.
You want to hear the truth. And what is going on?
Well, that's what you do, because we got quite a decent following here now, and I know people are keen, especially on Twitter. Just start tagging Leigh Dineen and the AIC podcast. I'm not going to do it. Get in, fucking see if we can fucking ruffle some feathers. Get on it, boys. On you.
Trans, get on it.
Get the people on you. Get him on you. You got to see what he got to fucking say. You know, Paddy will tell him a story about, I don't know, something fucking random as well in between.
Yeah.
We want to all be about fucking swans.
He's going to tell him about how I nearly shagged my grandmother. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, I know fucking David Dimbleby. You know what I mean?
But I was looking at this fucking...
Oh, I have got a bone to pick who goes bad. You know,
oh, here we go. Fingers out.
No, the birthdays. You can't say happy birthday to people.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you'd be saying happy birthday to 30 people a day. So I worked out the maths. So if you said happy birthday to 30 people a day, times 365, that's 10,950 people in a year you say happy birthday to. You haven't got that many friends.
No, I haven't. No, fucking
You'd have to take a full-time job. You'd have to retire to do that.
I try and say happy birthday.
It's got to be maybe exaggerated.
I would say so.
But then this week, I was a bit more so I couldn't go back on my word, could I? Lee Adams' birthday, Stoneman's birthday.
Adam's calling him Paddy can fuck off, he said. But there's literally, I got like reminders on my Facebook, and more often than not, I'll say happy birthday just because I try to just be nice.
Alright, you should give a few birthday shots.
Some I'll miss, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
let's go for it. Get your Facebook up. When Steve's birthday, there's Paddy give a few birthday shots.
Yeah. I'll be willing to do that on you. But,
I read you. Right, let's check mine.
Let's have a look.
The only thing that does my head in, right, is like I contradict myself, because no one do a birthday when people are wish you happy birthday. It's nice, isn't it? You do think, oh fucking hell, it's fucking good. Like, I know one of them people who says, I'd like to thank the 2,039 people who wish me happy birthday. Fuck off, you fucking know. Let's see whose birthday it is today.
Right.
Anyone we know.
Leanne Norman. She's
Leanne
Norman Powell. She's Leanne Powell now. Do you know Leanne Norman?
Yeah, of course.
She goes out now. Well, she's married now to my second cousin Di. One of the fucking Powells. Crazy. I'm not going to say happy birthday, Leanne. Happy birthday, Leanne. She's basically family. Married to my second cousin. Used to be involved in the Bremelin. Unbelievable. Like I said, she's basically my sister.
Right.
Happy birthday, Leanne.
Claire O'Connell, who's
Acres is Mrs. Another lovely woman. Lovely woman.
I don't think Acres listens. This is a bit wasted.
Yeah. It don't matter, but Claire's a lovely woman. Acres is a great boy. Happy birthday, Claire.
Right. Chucky, Daniel Davis. Do you know Chucky? Do you know Chucky?
Yes.
He's older than you. He's my brother's age. No. Daniel Davis. You may know if you've seen him. My kid's mate. And do you know who else?
Go on.
Gemma Masson.
Oh, old school. Barney, no, don't sound nothing like me, Barney. Gemma Masson, absolute legend. Living it up now. Every time you see her. Every day she's in a different city. Toronto, New York, fucking London,
she pushed
Paris.
She pushed me.
She's fucking stalking her. I didn't know.
She's on Instagram. She's in a different city every week. I think she works for Ted Baker. She's got a hell of a fucking job. And when he does impression, she goes, Barney, that doesn't sound nothing like me, Barney. Great girl, great laugh. Now I've done, I feel better now.
Well done, mate.
I feel better already.
We've returned the corner.
I
think me coming on.
Definitely, Adam. We can always look back and say Adam.
I feel better already, man.
Smiling in his face.
I feel fulfilled, you know what I mean? Granted, them 4 probably not to speak to me now.
No, do you know what he'll be checking now, right? Okay, guaranteed. It's on your birthday. You'll be going, wonder if Leanne Norman says that. You'll check.
Yeah.
If those 4 don't say happy birthday to
you. What was the fucking point of that, have you said?
I just told
I didn't say happy
she's
birthday.
like a sister to me. She didn't wish me happy birthday.
So anyway, I had a great pleasure, and I will say this, because I've been looking forward to seeing this. Did you manage to get to watch it?
No, and I fucking forgot it.
Oh, you silly cunt.
Don't worry, I got another one. Don't worry, I got another one.
Okay,
right.
Don't worry.
There was you explain that, what it was.
Right, so going back about 15 years ago, I don't know if I can say the network, when network contacted the Gwent to follow myself, Ricky Owens, John Phillips and Matthew Boat through the Welsh and then through the British. So they followed us for a film group, followed us about think it was 3 or 4 months altogether, and he was just outlining in all. When you watch the documentary, probably it does basically say if you're from Townhill and you don't go boxing, then you're gonna end up fucking in prison. Like I think that's a story like not to give up. But when you look at it deeper, it just goes to show the importance, the good and the importance of having something like a boxing gym in the council areas. You think of it, Townhill Mail, it's the largest council estate in the UK, in Europe, in fact. So when you look at that and you look at the people who are running it, and so they followed us, through a couple of club shows, through the Welsh, and then into the British. Then
I can't believe fucking 15 fucking years.
Oh, well,
I remember when he was on.
That's the first thing I looked when Adam come on.
Well, I was 16, all the boys turned 70 while he was filming.
All the boys look young. But when I looked at it, you already looked the youngest of the lot.
Fucking hell, well, I was only 9 and a half stone then. I was like 16, 17. I was boxing, or light welt. Your light welter for the amateurs were just under 10 stone. So I was, and obviously I was clean shaven, in Spice Boy haircut.
Didn't they follow the one where John? It was like a fucking contentious decision.
No, it's the same. That's the same documentary.
Yeah.
So basically, it starts off, So it starts off with, I think he was a councillor from Townhill, basically bigging the Gwent up, and then it follows, as I would watch shows like Terry and Paddy, so bang the Terry and Paddy, Laurie who's then interviews all us, like my mum, they did interviews like Bomb
was there loads,
Ricky Owens' mum was there, God rest her soul, lovely woman, and then obviously Ricky, John, but John I think it was his personality shone out the most because he was involved in a bit of a decision where he had a cut eye. He was ahead on points and he had a cut eye, so the ref called it off.
Yeah, and it was like
20
seconds.
20
seconds from the end. He wouldn't have been able to box in the final because of the cut, but it's not the point. He won. He won the fight.
Yeah.
It's always been the problem with Gwent boxers, I find, where if a set amount of people are in a final or a set amount of people have won something, then you're not going to win. I remember it was one year boxing on the Dockers in the final, and before I was the last person to box from the Gwent, and before I boxed, John Phillips had won. So for the Welsh set, John had won, Ricky, Matthew, I think James Lilly had won, Craig Dyer. I think I was the 6th person out of the 5 to box who was still in the youth level. So Martin Davis had won the senior, the year above.
Martin Davis. Right. Funny enough, we spoke about it last week.
He's in the documentary.
You see him on bits of it. But I was the 6th person to win, and literally Terry said you're gonna have to knock this boy out to get a draw because that's the joke in boxing. If you've got to knock him out to get a draw on certain shows, and I dropped the guy for twice in the first round. Once in the second round, and I still lost the fight.
No.
So you've got to question yourself then. How's that even possible? It's the same fella then. I can't even think of his name now because James Lilly boxed him in the pros up in Abraham Beach Hotel, and when I saw him, he approached me and said, "I still to this day remember that fight when you got ripped off against me."
Yeah.
Because if you drop someone 3 times in a fight, you expect to win, and it wasn't on that well. She was on the point scoring, so normally on the amateurs you got to press the button. When the white of the glove used to land, and they scored they gave him 2 rounds to 1 to me against me,
even though he'd not.
Did you have another Welsh fest?
Yeah, I won.
I was going to say because if that had been
if
that was the make or break of who having a Welsh fucking title, we'd be devastated.
When it followed us, I think we were 16, 17. So we wasn't. It was for 1 year they brought in an under-19s. So we won the under-19s. Then when we entered the British, it was the under-19s British. That is when we were all in Pill in the Pill. The arsehole of Wales, have you ever been to Pill either?
No, fuck no.
Jesus Christ, Pill Millennium Centre. I boxed in 2 British up there, and it's by far the worst entrance anywhere you could ever imagine going life. It makes Brian and Mike look like fucking Buckingham Palace.
Never.
He wouldn't believe it. But that's where we all box, and then that's the only time I've ever seen Ricky Owens lose on that day. He lost
that the one that's in the
documentary?
That's
the one in the documentary, with Boxing Pill. And that's the only fight I've ever seen Ricky lose. And that's where Bomb famously says, if Ricky was on 4, we'd never lose against that boy again.
That's not a documentary. Do you know things like that, right? Like I said to you after I watched it, that could have been 2 hours long and I'd have been fascinated by it. 30 minutes was not enough. Yeah. No, 30 minutes I'm looking for more, like.
Yeah. Because, they put 4 months into 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't... they could have followed it up, but it could have easily been an hour.
Yeah, easily been an hour.
But they did contact us after it to try and do something further. But Terry didn't like the way they betrayed some of us in that one. Well, when I say betrayed it, I think it was more the fact that the story at the end of it was more like, if you live in Town Hill and you don't box, then you're going to go to prison, sort of thing.
Yeah,
so I think that's the
agenda, though. You should find out about anything like that. Like you talk about them documentaries. There was that Poets on the Other one. I can't remember his name.
Dolly Paul Simpson.
But it was the black poet. I can't remember his name.
I can't think of his name.
Jeremiah something. I think that was it. But that was fucking brilliant. And Boney Mine Rugby Club did one on them, and Donna's cousin Beck, her husband Andrew Bourgine was on it all the fucking time, and that was on weekly, and even that was fucking brilliant. Like, you know what I mean? No only seeing local people doing what they do every week, like, as you said,
that fucking call centre got fucking 2 series
exactly, which pissed you off, I think, didn't it? Because he was in the fucking.
Was he in the call?
No,
I wasn't in that call centre.
But he was in. I remember you saying
he was in Arby's, was he? Yeah.
No, I was in Arby's. I went over to Admiral then. I was in Admiral.
What he was saying, that fucking call centre was fuck all compared to what I was in.
Yeah, it wasn't but a lot of it was put on. So I know a lot of people that work within the call centre, and it was all scripted. Like,
right,
it was. When it.
We'll have to ask Griff about this when he comes on.
We get Springer on.
Yeah, Springer.
Enough, like.
Well, Griff, Griff.
Of course,
he's coming on. Well, he's on. He wants to come on number 23. Don't ask me why 23. Maybe
Siggy's number.
Well, no one would see someone like Griff now talk about the podcast, like. Griff is like someone where I thought, if you could pick someone who would like the podcast and give you compliments, it'd be him, because he's quite intelligent, he's quite funny.
He's a witty guy.
He was on there, he was like a witty guy, and for him to say, lads, it's fucking good, it's interesting, you think, fucking must be doing something fucking right, he's nothing to do with us, he's not a friend, never met him.
No, and genuinely, from the first episode we did, he messaged. Well, obviously he didn't know he was messaging me. He was just messaging the podcast Twitter, and he said, "Look, boys, what are you doing? It's great." And once he realised, told me, we chatted back and forth quite a bit. And I actually said to him a long time ago, like I said, there's been a lot of people that I've said, come on, and then I fucking forgot. So we are trying to catch up and get everyone on. And Griff was always on my mind. And then literally last week we were joking about something. And he said, "Can I come on episode 23?" I said, "Fuck yeah, no problems, because that's ages away, so I don't have to think about it too much now."
Going back, with the documentary, I wanted to just highlight a couple of things in relation to the runners of the group, the club.
Because a lot of unsung heroes.
Everyone knows Paddy.
Unfortunately, it's just a thankless job. Between Terry and Paddy, there's over 100 years combined that they've been up the Gwent.
Was it 220?
No, 360. Well, I saw Terry down in my cousin Kerry's 50th the other week. It's 367 Welsh champions from the Gwent since Terry's been in charge over 50 years. It was great. You go up there. It was open 5 days. It's open 5 days a week. He's like a father figure to every single person in Gwent. There's a little story of him. In Fight there's a documentary, and when you look at when John Phillips, when he had that little documentary made before his proposed first UFC fight, and what he says is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Terry and Paddy welcome everyone with open arms. Over 100 years between the both of them within the boxing. They don't get paid for it.
All for fuck all, that's the best thing.
It's open 5 days a week, right? In Lock of the Gwent, it's the best gym, it's the best boxing gym you could ever imagine going to. They got, Bungie was up there for a few years, he's got his own gym now. Yeah. You've got the Samurai Judo Club up there. And he does all his amateur shows, Terry, dinner shows, best amateur shows, great, box, have a trophy. then you have a dinner ticket. Do you know like you would in school?
Like,
you have a dinner ticket after you boxed. So if you'd have
chips,
well, if you'd lucky to have sausage chips in depending what show he was in. Like if he was up with if he was up in Merthyr, he would be lucky to have a corned beef roll.
I'll say one thing, mate. No one's bullying Ricky Owens for his dinner ticket.
No fucking way. It's only once I ever saw Ricky lose. You know,
was he the best?
The best amateur I've ever seen. The best amateur I've ever seen, and like the best. Well, they said I've only ever seen him lose once, and that was that's Welsh and British combined. The other time I know he lost was in the Europeans, but it was abroad. I didn't go to watch that. But like my favourite Ricky Owen punch was against Thomas Bunny. So this Thomas Bunny was good. He was tasty, right? He was he'd won a Welsh Cup of times, and in the same season, Ricky really stopped him twice. So we were in the change rooms, and Thomas Bunny comes up with Ricky. He said, Rick, like that. He was the semi-finals of Welsh. Let's put on a bit of a show now, Let's make the fight go the 3 rounds. And Ricky's response was, fuck off, right? Yeah. So the bell has gone ding. We're only like, imagine, I'm thinking, we're only like 16 at the time. Bell's gone ding. Ricky's run from his corner to the other corner, left uppercutted Bunny in the gut. He's come off his feet and done a forward roll in the air, and all my life he's done a forward roll in the air, landed on his back, right? Can't breathe. Got paramedic. Well, St John's ambulance in the ring. He's on fucking that gas in there. He's got taken hostel. The fucking couldn't breathe. Or well, I think just it annoyed Ricky so much that he said, "Oh, let's go the 3 rounds." Ricky whacked him, sent him spinning in the air.
I remember. I
was with Ricky the weekend doing the white collar for Chris. Like Ricky's one of the judges.
He loves it, mate. Yes, right.
I'm telling you now, right? Every time there's one, we always sit next to each other. Me and Ricky don't stop fucking laughing from 7 o'clock till fucking 11:15. Right?
And that's a boy that doesn't drink. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a drink. He just goes out. In the year, I find him one of the most approachable people.
He's great, mate. Yeah, he's a lovely
when I was training for the white collar, I didn't know Ricky then. Obviously, I knew Ricky was.
Yeah. I
followed amateur boxing. This is sort of how I know your name before we met,
yeah.
and the same with John Phillips but even Bushby and Perkins. I actually knew Perkins a bit further back, but all those boys, because I was like, back at the Evening Post, we used to have the amateur bit in the back, and I'd follow it, like, do you know what I mean? I'd always read it because I love boxing, like, like a fucking nerd. So I knew Ricky's name was way before I ever met him.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the white collar, Ricky was one of the coaches. Obviously, you had Bon Bon, you had Ricky, and you had Di George's uncle. What's his name? Eric George, right? And obviously with Chris, Rocky, and he was all there training. And I remember sparring. I hadn't even spoke to Ricky, but I was always like, he was there when I was training. And I remember sparring one night, and he had me in with bigger boys, tall boys bigger than me. I was sort of in between. I was a bit too big for the small boys and a bit too small for the big boys. I was sort of stuck in that middle with me, and that's how I ended up fighting Clarkie, because we were 2 boys on the same weight class. So I sparred with this boy from Port Talbot, I can't think of his name now, and I just got inside and I was ramming him with body shots, like all the way through the 3 rounds. And I came out and I was back doing bag work again, and Ricky walked past. And I just thought, it was like one of them, like, shall I talk to him? Like one of them, because he was like, he was still, like, I don't know Ricky, and obviously know who he is. And Ricky had been on Prize Fighter at this point. This is part after Prize Fighter and everything. So Ricky's just an established pro at this point. Yeah. And I just gone, right, Rick? And he goes, right, mate. I goes, can you give us a bit of tips or what? Am I doing all right or what? And he was like, trust me, mate. He said, you're doing fine. He said, you're the only one here throwing body shots. He says,
that's why my body shots was off from
Ricky. He's a massive body puncher, isn't he?
He's a huge Rick, yeah.
And he said, just keep throwing in body shots, you'll be fine. I was like, cheers, Rick. Do you know that? And I still remember that to that day. Now, obviously, I know Ricky a lot better than that. Enough that I would call him a mate.
But the thing is, he'd remember that conversation as well. Yeah. He would definitely remember that conversation.
I always treated him with respect. Like when he was training then there in the warehouse and I was training at the same time, I'd stay to watch. I'd stay to watch Chris. I'd stay to watch Chris and I'd stay to watch Ricky, because they were the 2 pros there when like Rocky was taking on pads or Bomb was taking pads, because I wanted to learn.
When he was Ricky, he's an exceptional talent, and he said I learned everything. Practically everything I learned, because with the Gwent, we were aggressive fighters. We were stopping people like 14, 15, which not a lot of people were doing.
Yeah.
And I learned off Ricky, but I learned by sparring him and not getting it fuck out of, basically.
You're sparring with him in that documentary.
Yeah, sparring in the documentary. Obviously, it shows a couple of fights as well. It shows us when we box in the army boys, because when Terry used to run the Gwent, he used to run a dinner show once a year, because one of the army coaches he used to box for the Gwent, or he has some association with the Gwent. So once a year he used to bring all the army boys down, and we used to box all the army champs in.
That's a great experience as well.
Well, in the one night, I think between us all we stopped about 5 of the army champs. Like.
I'd always put money in on the local fucking boxing clubs in the army, 100%. I was like, when Bushby was in the army, right? I didn't really know him, and his fight against Leigh Owens was one of my favourite amateur fights that I saw. It was back in 2001 down at Dockers. I spoke to Bushby the other day, and Leigh Owens was by far the favourite to win. And Bushby will tell you that everyone.
He's bigger than Darren as well, really.
No, they were the same. Yeah, they were same weight.
Which Leigh Owens on?
Well, he spars with John.
Damon Owens' older brother.
Fucking hell, what am I thinking? Right.
So
you fought a blind race.
So they come from really good, a very good boxing pedigree family. Really good, and no one expected Bushby to win. Like, I didn't know Bushby. So he was just finished boxing training up the gym, and Terry and Paddy said to me and John, "Do you want to go down?" And John paid me to go in out of his paper money, because he's doing a paper round. I said, I'm going on money. So he paid a $5 for me to go in out of his paper round. And I always remember Rocky going nuts, because when Bushby was fighting, just when they were really close, and Bushby fucking boxed out of his skin.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my! He won the fight by a fucking country mile, right? But then Bushby went on into the final. He got stopped by Carriola. Well, a body shot.
That's not bad. Carriola's class.
No, he was not. But it just goes to show the effects of body shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you were adults, you go in it with big body shots. And Bushby was in the paras at the time, so you could imagine how fit he was. His fitness, because he's a busy fighter anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's how we beat Leigh Owens. I think Leigh Owens boiled down a bit too much, and Bush just put it on him, and Bush won. That's probably one of the better performances I've seen from an amateur boxer. Is Bush against Owen, and then by Ricky, we'd travel away. We got to wherever we went, he was just fucking annihilating people.
I seen he put on Facebook, didn't he, a year or so ago, maybe a little bit longer. He had old videos. And he filmed videos, and he was starching people to sleep.
Starching people
and the amateurs.
We very rarely see stoppages we
went up to. I remember once I went up as a reserve. It was Wales against Ireland, and I went up to. I don't know what exactly happened. I went up to fight. They didn't fight. I don't know but Ricky did. So Ricky boxed the Irish champion, and Ricky fucking folded him in half with a body shot. I said, just folded him completely. Ricky beat him a couple of weeks later then, down the Dockers to win the British title. So he was just, we all, to be honest, a lot of us were stopping people, but he was just doing it in such a dramatic fashion all the time. And he was a monster, all the Welsh champs. All the Welsh champs were Swansea, and Swansea is the only city as well to have a dwarf Welsh and British champion.
Yeah, but he won that small, mate.
No, Greg Pickett I'm talking about.
Fucking quality. Yeah. Well, Greg Welsh champion, was he?
Yeah.
Greg was British as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Welsh, I think he won the Welsh about 8-9 times during the British, so I think it was 6 or 7.
Who was he fighting out of then?
He was fighting out of Llansamlet and Andy.
Right, there you go.
I think of Andy's surname. They had a good pedigree. I think they won. They won. Amateur club of the year 1 year, because they had about 8 or 9 Welsh champions through their club, But yeah, we didn't do bad for a dwarf, he's probably in Panto at the moment now in a 7 dwarfs.
Again, he got his fucking big night Saturday.
I drive past that Mr. Dapper every day.
Oh yeah,
and the posters in the window.
Yeah, you go down. He's asked me to go down.
Yeah, fuck. As it happens, it would be a hell of a fucking mate. I said before. I got no fucking ties to him. I'm not saying it.
He's good boy.
It's it's the only night I look at in Swansea. I think, oh my fucking god, that's my cup of tea. There's no fucking sort of house nights like that. It's all a bit fucking hard techno for me in Swansea now. There's no fucking.
Yeah, that's what people into it. I like a bit of garage and.
Mate, that fucking night. That is the night that if there's any night in Swansea for me, it'd be that fucking night. It'd be amazing down this Saturday.
Listen to the old 60-minute takeover. It was good. We'd have all your garage boys in.
Right.
And then they all MC and fucking DJ MC Neat.
Can you remember the old nights in the Palace?
No, do you know what? So that's one place I never went. I think it was. I was working in Quids Inn I was working in Quids Inn at 17, 18, and I think it either just closed or was just closing.
Yeah.
When I was working there. So no, I don't think it was. I don't know. I never went in that palace.
Well, it was a gay club, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then it sort of closed.
Just went
and
nuts,
then
didn't it?
Yeah, it just seemed to like it was
like trance nights and stuff. And
it was like wary about going there for a bit because it was a fucking gay place. Like always had been in it. And then them garage nights they had in there, straight to Kemble Can. Then after that,
that's one place I've only ever been there once. Once I've ever been there.
Kemble Can.
One time.
Oh, lumping fuck! I would sort the men up from the boys.
Oh, I know.
Innit? Dancing like fuck on a karate mat. You half expecting the Cobra Kai to come and tell him.
I was in there with Cobley's. We had been in Top Banana.
I saw him the other day. He said he saw his own on the swimming.
Right, they got it.
Me and Cobbs was at the limit. And we went over with Rocky and all of the Quids Inn bouncers with like Haye, Main Warden and all them. And so we goes over with them. I'm thinking this could end in fucking tears now. And Cobley's is in the middle, like no, just menacing everyone. I just stood next to Mark and Main Warden for about 2 hours. So like Mark just look after me. They
didn't serve baby in there, did they?
They serve baby, no.
Just cans of Coke.
These are like fucking karate pictures on the fucking wall. Like, you know Wellington.
Fucking I don't know mess about. We talk about like with the Unos, obviously with the karate. It's another one. It goes back as well. That another thankless job. You know, the people that are running these karate jobs, I think Kung Fu like my uncle. Kung Fu club in Town Hill. He's had it. It's open for over 20 years. I mean, not a penny. Doesn't raise a penny. I had one kickboxing fight, and I got paid they gave me £15 for it. So I just gave it to my uncle, and I said, go buy one of the kids a new set of hand mitts or something. Do you know what I mean? Like all the judo. It's just I think these people that are running these clubs need a lot more recognition. Like Andrew Burt, right, runs Pontardalis judo, lost both his legs, still got the club. Do you know what I mean? He's still teaching.
Yeah.
And he does.
That's where Brett come from, didn't it? Pontardalis originally.
Andrew Burt is Brett's stepfather. Yeah, it's Brett's stepfather. So
right, okay.
That's how I got introduced to Brett. I got introduced him through Kyle Davis. So Kyle Davis is one of the judo boys from there, and that's how I met
Brett.
That's how I met Brett.
Right.
Talk about what a finish.
Oh my word.
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
Oh my word. When I saw it,
we highlighted it here last week that this is another thing. Like I think if you watch MMA, or you don't even have to watch MMA, but to be from a certain sort of circle, you'll know who Brett is.
Oh fuck.
Otherwise, you'll know. So why isn't it in the evening post?
Why isn't it getting
Why isn't it on Wales Online? Why isn't it on fucking everything?
Why isn't he up for? Why wasn't he up for Wales Sports Personality? Wales Sports Personality of the year. He's a fucking first Welsh person to fight in the UFC. He got the highest takedown, most takedowns.
He's already a 2-time world champion for
two-time world. Do you know what I mean? Like, how hasn't he been recognised?
It's crazy, man.
Even within his own country, he's going on. Like, he's on Jonathan Davis's TV programme, the Welsh Talking programme.
But he's only on it because he can speak.
Why isn't he? Why isn't he blown up on He should be put on a pedestal that he deserves.
I just hope, because I watched it the next day because I was working Saturday morning. So
I had the kids, so I watched it in the morning. Then.
Yeah, when I got home from work, I watched it. So I'm just glad that there was a lot of people on Twitter, from what I could see anyway, sharing it. So I just hope that people will who are not. You don't have to be a fan of MMA or anything, but I just hope he gets some sort of recognition.
He got recognised in UFC. He had a fucking $50,000 or $50,000.
I've heard of a calf slicer. I've heard of a calf slicer.
I'll be honest with you.
I've been following MMA for probably 12-13 years. I've heard of a calf slicer. I never saw one. That is only the second in UFC history.
Yeah.
That's how big a thing it is to do what he did, and to do it against a world-class guy who fought probably 3 fights ago, fought for the world title.
Yeah.
I mean, you're no fucking
bum. Like, do you see the way he rolled it? Like,
it's just amazing.
Like, the thing, we could try it 100 times and wouldn't be able to fucking do it.
No, well, I spoke to Dino about it, and he said that was drilled. They knew that Joe Soto was going to go for the single leg, so they drilled the calf.
Well, he did say. Well, he said in his interview after that, obviously he had an interview with MMA Junkie, and he said that they were learning and they were going over. He said, he nearly popped his own knee.
Exactly. He said his mate done it to him, like, and he said it's excruciating, It
looked fucking rough, because I had to watch it back, and I was slowing it down, trying to get the angle of how the fuck is he doing that? And it's like a sort of figure four. And then the way he traps his leg and then he pulls his toe down. So I suppose you're bending your knee down and then your ankle down. And oh fucking hell! When you see it slow, like I go, Christ, that looks.
Well, it looked like a wrestling move, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it looked like.
Yeah, of course it did.
Oh, who should check out the old figure four leg look now? Was it
Ric
Brett?
Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You just expected a Rock to run in and fucking he goes elbow him, didn't he?
But as you said, how the fuck can I get on the Wales online and he can't? For fuck's sake, there's something fucking wrong there somewhere.
Completely and utterly. It just.
Like, why isn't he all over the fucking Evening Post?
Should be all over Evening Post.
Lazy fucking journalism.
All of the MMA world are bigging up how impressive I was, right? You know, for to have performance of the night for a 30-second fight. Do you know what I mean? If UFC
submission of the year,
if UFC can see it, right? Again, you know, he's got the most takedowns in UFC. The most takedowns in UFC history. He's the only the second person in UFC history to pull off that. I know obviously he was after the nominations for the Sports Personality. If he isn't in it next year, it's fucking criminal.
Yeah,
Same as look at the British Sports Personality of the Year. Why the fuck isn't Jermaine Defoe in it? Why isn't Jermaine Defoe? You know what I mean? Like out of all
I can get.
You know, look at the name of it.
I think it's called personality.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's called Sports Personality, right? So straight away, Andy Murray can win the fucking lot, and he got a fucking. Andy Murray should never win it. Right? Andy Murray can win every fucking Grand Slam going.
Did you see what happened? He put something up online that somebody from a Spurs Personality rang him from BBC, rang him and said, "Oh, you're probably going to win it this year. Can we come and take some photos of you?" And he said, "Probably not good enough," and hung up the phone. That's why he's not up for nominations. He fucking hung up with him, said probably he's not good enough.
Yeah. But of course, the show they fucked him off. You know, they fucked him off when he wouldn't do the fucking photos. Well, it's just a fucking fix.
Bullshit.
As you said, Jermaine Defoe should have walked home with that. What he done with that?
You know, again, it's personality. Say personality. Fucking Ryan Giggs won it before, and he hasn't got a personality really. You know what I
mean? They give him that for his fucking longevity.
But again, that's not. His personality. You know, well, yeah. I think it's criminal that Brett Jones wasn't in the Welsh one. And then, you know, like look,
he can't even get in a fucking Evening Post.
Look in Scotland, right? What's his name? Josh Taylor, the boxer, the Spartan Warrior, what do they call it? The Tartan Warrior, innit? Yeah. Like he's boxing, right? He's won obviously a couple of titles, and he's the biggest sports star in Scotland, right? And you know, obviously boxing is a bigger scale than UFC. Don't get me wrong. He's more of a household name, but they are praising him for what he's doing, right? Like Brett's a two-time world champion. He's in the UFC.
He's
undefeated. He's if Scotland are doing it, England are doing it, Ireland are doing it. It just seems that Wales is the only country that's not actually Gareth Bale.
And it's got
you've got to look at the minority. You know, like yes, if you look at 75% of the population of the world probably know Gareth Bale as he plays for Real Madrid. Right? But if you ask someone from in Russia, where's Gareth Bale from? They'll say England.
Yeah.
But you know,
Wales haven't got much.
Wales are recognising.
So when we get something that's fucking competing on a world level, let's fucking celebrate it and fucking push him out there. And plus as well, he always goes away to watch Wales and all that. Yeah. He's always got to go back at that.
He's on Evening Post. I mean, why isn't he on Evening Post?
Every week. Every fucking week. Well, what it do? Even if we don't know anything about MMA, right? All we've got to do is go on fucking Twitter. And he'll have a story in fucking 2 minutes.
You know, the front page of the Evening Post will be fucking Sharon from Graigueluid Road lost her dole card. That's the fucking front page of the Evening Post.
She did, mind it was big news.
But why isn't Brett Johns winning 30 seconds? Why isn't that front page? Why is it? Why is that spread all over?
Never mind the Lagoon.
Oh, that's the day. Well, say that. Well, is it 8? Is it 8?
Kev Johns.
Well, I think.
Hey, we sit in here now. We might be the city of culture. We should go on now and have a look.
Fuck about that. Is it just me?
No,
I don't really.
You'll see now.
I don't give a fuck. Look, I spend my fucking days in the arse end of this fucking town taking smackheads round, right? There's no culture in that, right? So, you know, fucking. Forgive me for not getting fucking over the moon about some city of culture thing.
The first thing
that's 4 years' time, I don't give a shite.
The first thing that's come on Twitter is Leon Thomas, good friend of ours, and he's put the most beautiful thing ever to come out of Company, has to be Steve Ogrizovic, and he's ugly as fuck. So we've obviously lost to fucking Coventry. For fuck's sake. Yeah. You know what I mean? Keith Houchin, Bennett, Steve Ogrizovic, Nicky Ginn, who can all go and get fucked.
No, one of the most memorable FA Cup finals ever, though.
87, Spurs 2, Coventry.
We've talked about it, our FA Cup finals have gone to the dogs now, haven't they? But 86 FA Cup final, first one I ever saw. Rush. Amazing. Craig Johnson pissed me off, tried to nick his goal. 87, Keith Houchin diving header.
Yeah.
Mickey Bennett. Gary Mabbutt on goal.
Yes,
yeah. What a fucking cup final. What was 88? Liverpool, Everton, Rushy.
88 was Liverpool. 88 was Wimbledon, Liverpool.
Oh, of course it was, yeah.
And 89 was the Hillsborough final, Liverpool, Everton.
As we were just talking about Brett Johns, just popped up. He's now number 13 bantamweight in the world.
Yeah.
Well done, Brett, boy.
Yeah, so I got to be honest, I'm surprised he won in a top 15. After his first couple of wins,
right.
You know, I don't think bantamweight is a stacked division so that they can keep in a two-time world champion out. I think what's happened with Brett is he's missed weight a couple of times when it was important on his way to the UFC, and then he's had a couple of fights where he hasn't been particularly exciting. I think that's held him back. Otherwise, he'd have been in the UFC sooner, because there's been less deserving people than him got in the UFC.
Right.
I think that's what's held him back. But now, going in, he had a cracking first fight with the South Korean guy. It was a real
the most
takedowns in right. That was a fantastic fight. What was his second fight?
I can't fucking think.
Fuck if I can remember, but I remember that being entertaining as well. And then obviously he's gone out, submission of the year, calf slicer. Now he's going to be his next fight.
Will be in London.
He's opened a big one. But he's opened eyes now, and when you look at, he's nowhere near the personality what Conor McGregor was. When Conor McGregor obviously got into the UFC, he won a few fights, and then he headlined his own show
in Ireland.
In Ireland. I mean, I don't, no disrespect to Brett, he's not a headliner because obviously McGregor had the personality, but with Greg, with Brett, with John, with Marshman now, Welsh boys, it is a shout to have.
What I think is fucked for Wales.
Wales.
What's fucked for Wales is we either got the Millennium Stadium, which is too big, or we've got the Motor Point Arena, which is too small. Yeah. So UFC will not bring a show to Cup.
It'd have to be an outdoor show for in the leg.
On top of that, UFC aren't doing UK shows a lot.
No.
Right? They do 1-2 a year. So they're not going to go, let's do Wales as well as a
the only reason that one was in Dublin was because of fucking Conor McGregor.
Would have been
of course it was. Yeah, it's his person. He single-handedly made the UFC $1 billion franchise. So, it was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. So he was one of the buyers, wasn't he? For UFC, Dwayne Johnson was one of the buyers. He's part of the.
The new.
Yeah, so buyers. the new buyers. So obviously, the new buyers
bought it for $4 billion.
Yeah, $1.2 billion.
Yeah,
The Rock was part of the takeover.
Really?
Yeah.
He's probably just fronting it when he, get the Rock on board.
Yeah, because the best promoter, I know we're going on about the Rock, the best promoter in the world
is Dana White.
No, it's fucking Vince McMahon. You know that, isn't it? You've taken a sport that's not even fucking real and made it $1 billion fucking industry.
It's all Conor McGregor is taking the Vince McMahon walk.
I never thought that. You literally can't fault the fucking guy because you've taken a sport that is fucking make believe and turned it into a fucking $1 billion.
You'll upset the wrestling fans, mind saying that.
We'll go from.
Honest to God, they get hardcore, but they wrestle.
You've seen how upset I got when I heard Elizabeth died. Fucking hell, you know what I mean? That was the end of me, mate. Fuck my week up for fucking 3 weeks, mate. Honestly.
Especially when you found out she was on the gear as well.
Oh, I know when I heard she fucking was
She was with Lex Luger.
I know. I didn't. I haven't watched a Superman film since. Fucking fuck that.
But
she's got the FA Cup.
Well, not that. I was going to say was what you say about Conor McGregor now, right, Max? I said
about the Aurora thing.
Fucking hell.
He's probably has some shit. Let's be honest. He's chucked the thumb up with him. Definitely.
I need to clear a few things of this, right? Okay. Because I don't know the facts of this. I saw a couple of photos.
You ask questions, I'll tell you.
Right, okay. There's photos. I saw 3 different photos of Conor McGregor and Rita Ora. and he's got his arm round her in probably all three of them, laughing in one, quite
Looking
serious
at
face,
her,
looking at her like this.
It
looks ropey as fuck, doesn't it? Right, okay. So has he explained what the fuck that is, or does anyone know why he was there doing that?
It's a Versace doing it. It was at Donatella Versace's thing. So like in the morning, Conor McGregor stood there. This is my day. This is your day. Have a good day. You got Versace fucking dressing going on. Then in the night, then obviously he's there. Like he's at the moment, he's one of the biggest household names in the world. And
so it could have been like just.
He's on the same. They probably put him on the same table.
And someone's gone. You two get in a photo, and he's gone.
A lot of the photos have been cropped. Like there's him next to Rita Ora,
and there's two
supermodels either side of them, right? But a lot of photos they've been cropped out, and then. But what didn't help matters was Rita Ora have gone on.
I saw the date night thing. That's what I saw.
Date night, and then of course then it kicks off, and he's fucking married. Don't forget another thing with Conor McGregor is he's got to deal with the Irish gangsters that he fucking pissed off.
I try to avoid this shit. I hate fucking tabloid gossip and all this bullshit.
Let's think right. He is part of one of the biggest organisations in the world, UFC. I don't think the Irish mafia are going to bother him too much when you got the likes of Dana White.
No. Well, the story went that he went into a pub where a mate of his got fouled in. He went in and smacked 3 fucking boys, and one of the boys, I've seen the pub, it is his local pub, because I've seen documentaries of him in there before. The day later they said he got out of the country, he was straight on a plane and he went, right? And what they said was these fucking mafia men, and they was heavy fucking men, they wanted 900 grand for what? For what he did, right? But then the story went from that then to these Irish gangsters have put a 900 grand hit on his head, which is fucking bullshit. Then the story went that his old man flew to Dubai to meet this Irish mafia guy. It just went over and escalated, and he was like, oh fucking hell, what to believe and what not. Like, you know, it just went on and on.
No, well, like I say, I saw the photo of him and Rita Ora, but she's pulled the fast one, ain't she? Because she puts that, she knows he's going to get a response.
She's fucking in all papers the last 2 days.
If she'd have just put, met Conor McGregor for the first time tonight, lovely guy, no one matters neither, do they? But if you put
it's all choreographed in it, you know, they got a photo, she's pulled out.
He's probably in it as much as
she's got, you know, her fucking her record sales go up a little bit, all spread all over. And then you look at her, you know, there's photos where fucking stand provocatively in bikinis. They know what they're doing, they don't get right, you know, it's nice for us to have a little look at it. But they perfectly aware what they're doing.
Exactly, Good fucking couple of days entertainment.
Another thing I called right this weekend, UFC 218 was
fucking
mental.
Oh, that did you see it? How do you pronounce his name?
Ngannou.
Fucking
right.
It shows you the most powerful puncher in the world, isn't it?
Well,
he hit the machine and shows the most powerful puncher in the world.
That's another one.
Most powerful puncher.
I find it hard to believe when I walk into when you walk into Borneo in Germany, she ends up in a bag and the fucking roof is shaking. And I mean it's fucking shaking.
I think I think that's just one thing that's got.
But
lost in transition. What he said was they've got a punching machine thing, or measures it in the UFC Institute of Sport, whatever the fuck it's called now. That's in where their offices are, and he hit that, and he's the harder than anyone.
I remember you go back. When I go back years ago when he went on to Swansea University and he did a test and he hit the machine. And it was 3.5. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It was 3.5 tons.
Yeah, I
remember Frank Wallen compared it to a train.
You think per square inch, right? That's the equivalent of getting fucking hit on a chin by a transit van.
Yeah, I remember. It was
3.5 fucking tons. A trans van's 3.5 ton. It's the equivalent of getting hit by a trans van doing about fucking 40-50 miles an hour on the chin.
Yeah. I'm sure it was before Enzo was fighting in the Albert Hall. I'm sure, I can't remember who was fighting, but Frank Warren had a little column in the Sun every Saturday, and he said on the bottom here, like, Enzo Martinelli have done his test, and it's the equivalent of being hit by, who might have said Transivan. I got trained in my fucking head.
It could be a train, but
could easily be a fucking train the way Enzo used to bang, like.
Well,
it was honestly like he hit me
once.
When
talk about body shots.
He hit me with a jab before, but he hit he hit my gloves into my head and hit me fucking through the second or third rope. I was hanging out of the fucking rope. My feet were in the ring, my head was on the fucking floor.
Was John up there with him?
That was, well, because John, that was, no, it was, I think it was just after, because when
John, I mean in power-wise.
Power-wise. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't sparred John since we were probably 17 or 18, you know, so you think that was like 13 years ago I last ever sparred John.
He's changed in his, like, his, you know, he was tall and skinny and that job, and he's obviously filled out. So, you know, he's filled out now, so obviously when the last time I sparred John, he might have been, probably say 75 kilos. Now,
you know?
He's not.
And now he's walking around, you know,
probably walking around 100 kilos.
He's walking around 100 kilos, so, you know, it's a massive difference. So then, no, you know, because obviously Enzo was a fully grown man. He's world champion. You know, he's you know, you don't grow into yourself till like 24, 25. Look at all these boxers coming through. Like Jay Harris is a perfect example. You know what I mean? Even though Jay's only light, once he's, you know, he's started to fill out a little bit now. He's, you know, he's gone, you know, to a certain age. He's now a man. He's a fully grown man, and he's hitting harder now than what he was 3 years ago. So as you get older, you know, obviously at a certain age you're going to lose your power, but I'd find it hard to spar anyone that hits as hard as Enzo Mack. And
did you see John?
This is where the City of Culture bid went fucking wrong, because we've had photos and videos of John Phillips hitting the pads with Chris Ware on 3 cliffs. Send them up to win the City of Culture. We're going to win it straight away. There's no way Grizovich is going to walk in, right? He's got John, Mike Tyson Phillips in one side of him.
Enzo with a towel around his fucking head.
Enzo with a fucking towel around his neck. Get Chuck Big Martin Davis in there as well. There's no fucker from Conti going to win the City of Culture bin if you've got them 4 fucking walking in there.
I saw earlier.
Fuck Kevin Johns.
Rhys Evans.
Fuck the guy who wrote
fucking Rhys Evans. Isn't even from fucking Swansea.
No, Rhys Evans.
Fucking Cardiff cunt.
Rob Ryder was on it. He's from Talbot. He's
like, we don't mind Rob Ryder.
No, don't get wrong.
He reminds me of Cardiff. He's John Phillips, is he?
No, he's not.
John Phillips.
John walks in there to City of Culture. We are coming out with the fucking head.
Exactly. And the head of Steve Grizovich on plate. That's what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
But what I was with Conor McGregor, what I was going to say with UFC 218, right? Max Holloway beat Jose Aldo second time, right? On any other show, that would have been fight of the night. Right? Okay, it was a fucking fantastic fight, but it just so happened to fight follow two of the best fights of the year, if not of all time, which was Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje.
Dana White called that before the show.
Yeah, well,
he called the Alvarez fight was being fight the night before the show even started.
Well, it was obvious because the way Gaethje fights, and Alvarez was awesome. I thought Gaethje would beat Alvarez. Alvarez was fucking fantastic, but Alex Oliveira versus Yancy Medeiros was fucking crazy. It was like 2 drunk guys fighting on.
I can't say I've seen it. I didn't see that fight. I didn't.
It was fucking amazing. And on any other show, Max Holloway and Jose Aldo for the featherweight title would have won fight of the night. But Max Holloway now have won 12. I think that's 13 straight, right? Or maybe that's 12 straight. Do you know the last person he lost to? Conor McGregor.
Well, on that show, who do you think? There was 3 people that Conor McGregor's beaten: Holloway, Aldo, and Alvarez.
Yeah.
So those 3, you know, I tell
you what, don't mind. Take away Aldo. The other 2 will give him a fucking good fight.
What I'm getting at is every time these guys. Now he handled Eddie Alvarez. He went up a weight.
Yeah.
But he knocked Aldo out in 13 seconds. I think Aldo was shot probably just before that.
Yeah.
Right? He knocked Aldo out in 13 seconds. Let's take Aldo out of it, even though Aldo's probably the greatest featherweight.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Just USG.
Well, he is, isn't he?
He beat Max Holloway when Max Holloway was coming through, same as he was coming through. But in that fight, when
they were both stepping stone fights,
they were both going up at the same time. But what a lot of people maybe forget about this was during that fight, he done his knee. He popped his knee out.
Yeah, he did it.
The Holloway fight
against Max Holloway.
But if you remember, he come out the Holloway fight and apologised to Dana White. And Dana White went, fuck man, he was out. Apologised for winning.
He was out for the best part of a year because he'd done his knee in. And then he came back, and I think his next fight was Dennis Seaver in Dublin, something like that anyway. And so what he can say, if you're Conor McGregor now, Max Holloway's calling him out again. You go, hold on, Bob, I beat you with a bust knee.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were the best of the rest. I've already beaten everyone else. He went up to fucking lightweight and beat Eddie Alvarez like he'd never fought before in his fucking life.
Fucking hell, absolutely.
Conor McGregor's legacy is building without him fighting.
Yeah.
Because he beat all these guys who are world-class fighters. Max Holloway now, 12 wins on a trot, beat everyone pretty much, apart from Frankie Edgar, who's going to have to fight next. Conor McGregor's myth and legacy is just growing all the time. Because he can turn around and he's that guy.
So why does he fight them, Eddie?
They talk about,
well, I watched the...
he's on every MMA fighter's... Every MMA fighter talks, he's in the second sentence, and this, then it goes straight to Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Everyone refers back.
Red panties.
Red panty night. Yeah.
Well, so as it goes, can you remember that guy that said something and
the greatest one line.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Jeremy Stevens.
Jeremy Stevens. He's on the next.
Top boys.
No, but he's on the next fight. Whatever the next fight night is, he's on that, isn't he? So he's coming through as well. So it could be it.
Jeremy Stevens is.
He lost, though, didn't he? He had a chance.
In
that press conference, he lost that fight, didn't he?
Jeremy Stevens has been around for years, and he's been up and down for years. Like that, who the fuck is that?
That's the best one.
That was the best comeback ever.
That was the same one as a red panty night. Yeah, it was. He tortured everyone.
Red panty night was the one.
No. He said he said it was.
The red panty night happened way before that. It was the Alvarez fight. Was who the fuck is that?
There's a clip on YouTube, right? It's just Ronda Rousey. It's just picked on Ronda Rousey when Conor McGregor's on his rampage when he says red panty night, and it's just on her for a few minutes, and it's different clips, and she's just fucking sitting there pissing herself laughing because he is just fucking.
She was probably the only one in there that he wouldn't give a shit. Like
that's when he's at his best, isn't he? When he's fucking shit talking with no plan. You know what I mean? Fucking that's when he is. No one can touch him.
Do you know the whole McGregor Mayweather tour thing? He got a bit fucking stale, didn't it?
Of course it did.
The first one they fucked him up, didn't they? They tucked him up. The second one in Toronto was
the best.
It was easy the best.
Was that with his mink coat? Was that
that was New York.
The
last two, New York. And
that was when he. The second one was when he fucking cut that up.
That's it. Yeah. It was just perfect with that. The Toronto press conference was the perfect press conference.
The timing of that was unbelievable.
What's the chances like?
The timing.
It was fucking awesome.
It was perfect. I can see also you got notes, and I really want to fucking speak about the Rigo Loma fight.
I got it here. Obviously, we got to talk about it.
I've lot of notes, and I've been fucking itching to talk about it. This is the fight for the boxing fucking purists, isn't it? Like this is not.
Well, I tell you what, we need to, right? Because a lot of people who are listening, they've started to take an interest in boxing, maybe even just to like keep an eye on things. Since we've talked about boxing here, because obviously me and Paddy are old school big fans. Describe who Guilherme Rigondeaux is and Vasily Lomachenko.
Well,
both of them are the most two of the highly decorated amateur boxers ever. You know, they both won the Olympic gold twice. Rigondeaux, I think, is one of the most avoided fighters in the world. You know, he's been pro now, was it 6-7 years? He had 15, 16 fights. I
think he'd had 30. Maybe 30.
Do you mean? And it went. You know, fucking completely that's off to Jazza Dickens. No one else would fight Rigondeaux. Jazza Dickens stepped up, Rigondeaux snapped his jaw. Rigondeaux, he's a very avoided fighter. You know, he fought top people. Like obviously Dineen, you know, he's fucking just ruled that fight. But people don't want to fight them. Lomachenko, it seems it's the other way round. You know, he's like watching the Matrix when he's fighting. It is like watching the Matrix there. But, you know, he had the second pro fight boxer world title. He did lose when Salido, wasn't it? Salido. Yeah. But people want to fight him. You know, with Rigondeaux, the media have never been on his side for some reason. I don't know whether it's because it's from Cuba, but the media have never been on his side. Promoters never been on his side. The money's never been offered to him. Obviously, everything's been thrown at Lomachenko. I take my hat off to Rigondeaux for taking a fight because he's got to step up the weight, and I think he's the one that's he's bent over backwards to make this fight. He really want this fight. I do think Lomachenko's going to win. That's my personal. But I tell you what though, but my views are changing over the last couple of days. Seeing the press conference, seeing the training. Now I know, you know, Lomachenko is naturally bigger. You know, he stepped up a couple more weights. You know, through he's another one who's grown into his weight. You know, Rigondeaux could easily make the lighter weight still. You know what I mean? He could make the bantam with the super bantam. You know, Frampton didn't want to fight him. Santa Cruz didn't want to fight them.
Quite didn't want to fight him.
Quite didn't want to fight him. No one wanted to fight him. They all fucking stepped up. They all stepped at the featherweight because they didn't want to fight him for obvious reasons. But Lomachenko, he's just he's at the moment he is my favourite boxer.
Yeah. I think at the moment my favourite fighter to watch is Terence Crawford.
He is different. Yeah, he is different level. But with the Rigo and Loma fight now, this is one where the real boxing fans are going to watch it. Like when you have the way this is where I look at for example AJ, right? Now when AJ fights, everyone comes from the woodwork to support AJ, Anthony Joshua. So I look at it right, and I compare it to international rugby. Anthony Joshua and international rugby in my eyes are two of the it's the same event. Right? It's the same event because all of a sudden when international rugby's on, you got all the fucking house mums are out.
And they pick cowboy hats.
Yeah, with Anthony Joshua, we've got house mums and old age pensioners supporting Anthony Joshua, the same as your house mums and old age pensioners supporting the rugby. Now, I've never watched the Ospreys play a couple of times, right? But all these people who's watching these international games, have you ever been to watch your home team play? No. Anthony Joshua fighting. Have you ever been to a boxing show in your entire life? No. But you've just fucking paid for a ticket. You just paid £150, £200 to watch him fight. To watch him fight in Millennium Stadium. I mean, so that's the way that I look at it. But with the Rigo and Lomachenko, one of the people I know is one of the biggest. Well, two people I know most of the boxing biggest fans of Greg Pickton and Darren Busby. Now for the likes of those boys, this is their dream come true. Do you know what I mean? But then if you ask Joe Bloggs down the road, are you going to watch a Rigo Lomachenko fight like that? What? Yeah, the two most highly decorated amateur fighters ever. What? Amateur? What? Do you know what I mean? They won't have a fucking clue.
Do you not think this year?
But for me, I can't fucking wait for it.
I would have been fucking built up more. I don't know. This is one of the best years for boxing that I can remember.
Oh my God,
simply because, right?
Well, 2018
you had Ward Kovalev, right?
2018 is going to be better.
Ward Kovalev, which is fucking never gets fucking two people, especially in a rematch. They both took it, which fucking very rarely happens. You've had Canelo, Triple G, the best fighters at their weight fighting. Pound for pound, and now to cap roll off,
and
then to cap roll off in December. Then you've got two of the another two.
Let's not forget Terence Crawford unified the division.
There's big argument. There's big argument on who's going to win fight of the year. I think Terence Crawford has to win it because he's only the second person to unify the division since
Lennox Lewis.
Is it Lennox Lewis or Van Oldfield? It's not Van Oldfield. Sorry,
Lennox Lewis at heavyweight.
Darren Busby will.
He'll know.
He does.
I'm not going to say for certain, but I think it's Lennox Lewis at heavyweight. Terence Crawford is the first man since who's a heavyweight to unify a division completely. And
then going to a joke show now, I don't know why the fight's fucking happening again. There's Bellew and Haye. Do you know what I mean? But it's happening because of the money. It's obviously happening because of money, but it doesn't need to happen. That fight doesn't need to fucking happen.
I will say this, right? Do you know what I feel sorry for is Bellew, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I was listening to an interview with Eddie Earn the other day, right? Okay.
It'd be a full year.
Right, that's what he was saying. There was an interview on TalkSport as well. I get that now. But it was an interview with Eddie Earn, and just before Bellew was about to start camp, his brother-in-law died.
Right,
suddenly.
I couldn't work out what the...
So he had to go into camp because the fight is signed for December 17th. Yeah. He's had to go into camp. I'll have one as well. Cheers, man. Look at this fucking service with a smile now as well. He's had to go
I want a sandwich and an apple.
He's had to go into camp.
Cheese and ham.
With this all hanging over his head. He's had to go away from his family because he trains with Dave Caldwell in Sheffield.
Is it Sheffield?
It's up that way anyway.
Yes,
wherever it is. And he had to go away from his family. He's trained. He's ready to go. David Hayes pulled out last minute.
So I think he was always going to happen.
David Hayes got this for years.
Right. This is what I'm getting to. This is why I can't fucking take David Hayes no more. Because he cost Tyson Fury a year of his career.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Tyson Fury. He cost fucking Tyson Fury probably fucking £5 million.
Yeah,
exactly.
He cost Tyson Fury money. He cost him a year of his fucking career, which you can never get back. Right now, it's very likely would it surprise if you were a betting man and I give you 50 quid and you were to put a bet on? Will David E pull out of that?
Fucking hell, if I put fucking 50 grand in it, honest to God, that fight's not gonna happen. Like, you know, we're looking at now. Bellew won the WBC Cruiserweight title in extraordinary fashion.
Brilliant.
Against the odds. Well, not against the odds, you know, he wasn't favourite to win. That guy was destroying everyone. Now, when you look at the World Boxing Series Cruiserweight, have you seen it? Like
they mental that.
I've seen that.
Between
some of them Eastern Europeans, they fucking heavy-handed.
Usyk.
There's like 5 Martin Davises in it. Fuck that.
Usyk and Lomachenko. You know, they were in the same Olympic team. They both won a gold together. I think it was a second gold that Lomachenko won. But like with all those 4 cruiserweights, I think they're all undefeated. I think it's like 83 or 86 wins between them with fucking 63 knockouts. But like, you know, this is, you know, and the thing is, it's the money. It is the money. Bellew, why doesn't he come back down the cruiserweight and fight one of those?
Yeah, it's way too dangerous.
Way too dangerous. And obviously the money would be for the opponent would be the best money they'd ever fucking earn. Because Bellew now is a household name. You know, you think before the Cleverly fight, everyone fucking hated him. Like, I fucking hate Cleverly. He's a fucking asshole of a bloke. He's the biggest fucking dickhead in the fucking world. He's fucking shit out from fighting Enzo. He is a prick. His fucking old man fucking a nonce as well. Fucking 15-year-old girl.
And proper nonce, not just nonce.
Seriously? I don't know this story.
Well, his old man was fucking seeing a bird that was under the age of 16 and he's still with her now. Cleverly's a fucking
What does Cleverly have to happen?
He's a prick and he won fight. Well, you know, and then, you know, you think, right, he fought that fight, he was fucking terrible, Bellew deserved to win, and then after it then, I had a fucking argument with him about on Twitter. Oh, well, I got paid. I said, yeah, but people like fucking working class like me fucking paid £18 to watch you fucking fight. He boxed like a cunt.
He didn't check it right down,
He didn't give a fuck. Like,
he missed that fight,
he didn't check it right down.
He went in the fight to fucking lose. The guy's a fucking dickhead. But you know, Bellew deserved to win that fight. I actually watched the Cleverly I watched the Cleverly Bellew fight live. The first one. I watched that. I remember, you know, he did fucking press conference.
Do you know what made me laugh at that one? It was a press conference. And
Bellew fucking went right down on the knee.
Backstage in the press conference, Jane Couch is interviewing Bellew.
Oh, that Jane Couch, she's a fucking boot. She is fuck.
She's interviewing Bellew. It kicks off.
She's a bigger fucking boot than Enzo Kazagi.
It kicks off, and Cleverly's old man phones the police. And Jane Couch and Bellew are laughing, saying, how the fuck have he phoned the old bill? Is he fucking real or what? Like, you know, fucking
keep it all indoors, like.
Yeah, Jane Couch was fucking barely laughing, like, you know what I mean?
He's a fucking, well, you know, talk about, you know, with like the trainers and stuff, you know, like I said, Enzo Kazagi, you know, he's another person. He was on the documentary. He's, like, for a man, this fucking never boxed his life, ever. He was playing League 2 in Italian football. He came to the UK to become a fucking singer. He can't fucking sing for shit. His buskers and stuff better than him. His boy, right, Joe Kazagi, best fucking British fighter ever, in my opinion. In my opinion, you know, it could be argued. 100% it could be argued, but
I mean, he'd be in the reckoning.
But what I mean, you know, what are you looking at then, right? A monkey could have trained Joe Kazagi, right?
Fuck
no, and he still wouldn't. No. What I mean is now, for Joe Kazagi's for his ability, right? He couldn't have got any better. He could not have got any better. He just had natural ability. He was naturally that good. He was naturally that good. Naturally that fit. Right? And look at Enzo Kazagi then obviously trained Enzo. You know, Enzo, you know, obviously won fights under him. He trained Gavin Reese, Bradley Price. But look what not one of those people now speak to Enzo Kazagi because he's a fucking asshole of a bloke. Knows fuck all. He's, you know, you look at these boxers like Nathan Cleverly didn't give a fuck about the fans who paid all that money to watch him fight. He made a fucking fool of himself. Then he still goes on and fights for another world title. Like, why are people giving him the fucking benefit? Why are people, you know, like...
Because he had a contract with Matchroom, probably.
Do you know what I mean? But, like, fucking, it winds me up. And then you got people like Ricky Owens, who he was with Matchroom. you know, he weren't getting as many fights as he needed. I remember watching Ricky's first ever pro fight, and he just destroyed the fucking person, folded him in half. Damon Owen was fighting on the same show. So both Ricky and Damon.
I was on the Friday night fights along, wasn't it?
Yeah, two Swansea boys stopped both of their boys. And on that night, I remember, that was like Jason Cook. I don't know if you remember Jason Cook from Mike Stig. He lost his was it the IBO? He lost his IBO world title on that day. Yeah, Nicky Piper won the British. It was a good. Nicky Piper. Yeah, Nicky Piper. He stopped Darren. Is it Darren Williams? I think it was, or Darryl from boy from Bristol, because he was under. Well, he was under Chris Sanaga. So I was going to go on to like Lee Selby. Me and Selby signed pro the same day, both under Sanaga. You know, he's fighting now. He's coming up to fight. And
did you hear that?
Yeah, I read earlier. Like, he might not be on now. Now we talk about people. You know, talk about Bellew going into camp. Lee Selby fought a week after his mum died. Like, I mean,
Andrew Selby, I was.
No, Andrew and Lee Selby, the brothers, man.
Oh, they fought. No, I know, but I saw Andrew Selby on the.
No, it's Lee Selby as well, wasn't it? Lee Selby as well. It was after the last fight. It was Lee.
Of course, it was. The
week after fighting, his grandfather died. So I watched that fight by trade the other day. And Lee Selby, mate, he's a nice fella, right? He's a lovely fella. He's so down to earth. He lives. You know, obviously he's bought a nice house now. He's got little, chickens and stuff out his back. All he wants to do is provide for his family. So all he wants to do is be with his family. The same as like Bellew. These are the ones, and these are the boys that need to be rewarded. Do you know what I mean?
Don't you think Lee Selby fucked up by not staying with Matchroom? I know we're going with that.
No, but he was never with Matchroom. He was never with Matchroom. He's never been with Matchroom.
Same as Sanaga.
He's with Sanaga. He's with it's not West Coast. It was not West Coast.
Ali Monday, we went without.
Yeah, he went. No, yeah, but it was just his manager. He's never been promoted by it. He's never had a promotion company. It's just Chris Sanaga and Jamie Sanaga look after him. Yeah,
but he could have had the chat. I heard an interview with Eddie and literally Wednesday.
He was just very unlucky. Because when he went out there, you think it was him, Frampton, and De Gale signed with Al Ingman. De Gale and Frampton had the big world title fights, and with Selby, one was called off because he failed the drug test. One. I think
not Selby now. Yeah, the other guy.
And Lisa, the other guy failed the drug test. So where Lee Selby was meant to earn the money, the same as the Gale and Frampton, maybe not quite as much, but just things went wrong.
The other guy missed weight then, didn't he?
Yeah, the other guy missed weight. He just had a fucking really unlucky year.
But like Eddie Owens said, he could have signed with Matchroom. He said he could have stayed with Matchroom.
That's Chris Sanaga probably said.
Chris Sanaga have taken him abroad. He said, he might have earned a couple of quid. He said, but you tell me where Lee Selby is now. No one knows of him.
No, he's not a household name.
No, he's not a household name. No one knows about him.
Unfortunately.
I hope... He should be...
Whichever way
when
he
beat
he'd have been a bigger name if he was...
the Welsh Mayweather.
I hope he fucking... I hope he fucking fills that Josh Wanton in, because he's I hope he fills him in. And then... I hope for Selby's sake, and that he has a big fight with Frampton.
Well, this is Sky again. Sky fucked me off this week.
I personally believe that Selby will beat Frampton. I personally believe that he will. And then it opens the doors then for like a fight with a guy, Russell Jr. or Santa Cruz. But I don't know which way Frampton's going to go now. Do you know what I mean? So Frampton, they're all under boxing, but. If Selby wins this fight, he will be fighting Warrington next, because he's a man.
Mandatory,
He will be fighting Warrington next. Depends if Frampton wants another warm-up fight to wait for the big fight with Selby in like August out in Belfast. I don't know. I hope that's the route they go. I'll be honest.
Sky carved me up this week. I done the old fucking thing that we all do, innit? Right? My fucking Sky bill's 120 quid a fucking month. Probably because of fucking Eddie earned that fucking wanker. Right? No, I did.
Eddie like it.
Everyone said to me, phone them up, tell them we're going to cancel, right? Phone them up, tell them we're going to cancel, and they will say, no problem, fucking let us tell you the deal that we got for you, right? So then, I does that, speaks to fucking Yvonne from Glasgow, explains to her that I'm thinking of leaving. What deal are you going to offer me? Do you know what Yvonne said? No problem, Mr. Cullen.
Yeah.
we'll cancel this guy straight away. She called my fucking bluff, the cunt. I couldn't fucking believe what I was hearing, mate. Everyone said to me, tell them we're going to cancel the sports, tell them we're going to cancel the movies, and then they'll just say, oh, no worries, Mr. Cullen, you're paying £100 a month now, we got a deal for 6 months, you can have the lot for £8.50. Yvonne, Earth must have found out.
She was having none of it.
She found out her husband's having an affair, mate. She just went like, Mr. Cullen, no problem. We'll cancel it straight away. Okay, you're still paying £50 a month for your broadband. I'm like, Yvonne, chuck me some slack, love. I'm really joking. She put the fucking phone down on me. I gotta go with Talk, that guy from Yorkshire, mate. It's a fucking nightmare. I've only got fucking BBC One, BBC Two, SPED 1X, and Channel 5.
I've got Richard Branson's number on my phone. You're going to drop my text.
Oh, Richard Branson can fuck off as well. Because that cheeky cunt was on the news yesterday saying about climate change. You got a fucking airline, the stupid cunt. Fucking hell.
He's literally about to go to space.
What?
He was on Scott.
Oh yeah, Virgin Galactic. That's what it is. I fucking love that. Imagine that, mate. Fucking, that's a piece of me, I don't know. I'd love that. Virgin Galactic. He'd be a little bit sick when they start spinning him and all that with the zero gravity. 125 grand just to go on there. That'd be amazing.
I've been to the moon enough times, so I don't need to go again. I'm trying to grow out of it.
Go back onto the nights in the palace. Fucking hell.
Well, one thing should be mentioned, we have talked a lot of boxing tonight. Miguel Cotto retired at the weekend.
Yeah, two of the boys are out there. Well, Richard really? Jones and Jake Adams. They were just luckily they booked to go out there with their missus, and after they booked, then obviously the Cotto fight, because he was in question whether it was going to be the second or the 9th, wasn't it? And then it was obviously made the second. And then Madison Square Garden, so out there they went there to watch it.
Can't fault it. Do you know one thing I saw after Cotto fought Canelo? Yeah. Right?
Took him the full 12 rounds, wasn't he?
Right. And he got battered, and at the end of it, he was battered. Yeah. And there was a video, right, that was in the changing room. And he's sitting there. You know what I'm talking about now. He's sitting there and he's having his hand wraps taken off, and his missus is sitting next to him, and she's like heartbroken because she's looking at Cotto, and his eyes are closed.
He's a warrior,
everywhere. And she's talking. Was he Dominican or was he some shit like that? Was he Puerto Rican or something?
Yeah, Puerto
Rican, whatever the fuck. And she's talking to him, and they're translating it, and she's basically saying, like, why, what are you doing? Why you do this to yourself? And then she's all upset, and he turns to her and he goes, "This is all I know what to do," or something like that. I'm probably doing it at complete disservice.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what I'm saying? He said, "This is all I know what to do." And then when I saw that, that was like,
he's a fucking legend.
That is fighting. You know what I mean? That is boxing.
I saw something earlier, like, older generation, Marvin Hagler said, if you cut my head, if you cut my head open and you look inside, you'll see a boxing glove, because that's all I know.
It is.
But Cotto, unfortunately he lost. It would have been great for him to win and go out on a win. But that Ali lost against, he's Olympian, he's a good pedigree fighter.
It wasn't
it wasn't a walkover.
Who was the biggest name you fought? That we would know.
That you would know? Oh, fuck. Not so many people from Swansea. The best fight that I tell you what, I boxed James Todd in the pros.
Right.
That was on the documentary about Enzo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
about
that was.
Kasabian, sorry.
I don't even know. They gave him every round, 6-round fight. They were. There's another fucking prick that was there. There was Nathan Cleverly. I had arguments with him after that fight. Not many people in that fucking building thought I lost that fight. Again, to lose every round is the reason I lost every round. It was my home show. It was Sanaga show. He had Calzaghe in the corner, Enzo Calzaghe in the corner, and he won every round. Well, we were in the shower after it. Me, James Lilly, James Todd, and Todd. He might not admit this now, but he said in the shower, "You won that fight." There wasn't many people that thought I lost a fight. So James Todd is probably one everyone know. The best person I ever boxed him 3 times. Tony James, Cardiff boy. He's got brothers Henry James, Gypsy family there. That Henry James now he's fighting for a title now coming up. Swansea. I didn't really box many Swansea amateurs. I was meant to box Daniel Harris once on an Enzo Calzaghe show. But they made the fight a 10-4, then they made it a 10-2, then they went a 10 stone, then like a couple of days before the actual show, it was like 9 stone 10. So that was cold. That they wanted me to make this weight now. So they want me to go from 10 stone 4 fight to 9 stone 10. It's another reason why an argument with Enzo Kazagi. But as far as Swansea's concerned, I didn't really box many Swansea boys. There weren't many Swansea boys my age.
Sanigas who were with?
Yes, when I turned pro, I signed with Saniga. So it was me, Selby, and Justin who signed on the same day. Obviously, I had 3 pro fights. I lost all 3. I'm not nowhere near. I'm embarrassed to say it. I lost against Ben Waker my first fight. The fight before I boxed him, he beat James Lilly on points. Why I was in against him? He was 5-0 when I boxed him, so I should never have even been in the same ring as him. We were both on the Saniga. Terry Gray and Paddy were on holiday. All respect to Spud Brophy, he was in my corner, but Spud Brophy's never been in my corner. First 2 rounds, I tried to blast him out, and then he beat me in the third. My last pro fight then, my second pro fight was Toddy, where they gave every round to him, and my third, it was down at Oceana, and the guy he hit my gloves, he went boom, 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 hit my gloves, and then the ref jumped in and waved it off. He was like, and the guy had boxed, even the guy who was boxing in the ring, he said to the ref, "What are you doing?" He's actually said, "What are you doing?" I was looking around, like, what's happening with her? Like, no one, like, when the boy boxing, he said, "What are you doing? I haven't hit him. He's fucking hit my gloves." But that's the way boxing is, and nowhere, people will say, "Oh, he lost all 3 pro fights." Not many people would say that, but I went in, I did it. I put the gloves on. I went through, all the amateur stage. Boxed amateur from 14. Started off with kung fu, so 5 to 14.
So you and Lily was doing that together, right?
Yeah, James Lilly, and we did kung fu together because it was my uncle's club, the Black Tigers. It was called up in Town Hill. So me and James Lilly started kung fu together. I think James started boxing then about a year or 2 before me. And then that's when I went over then. And this is where, me and James obviously we were still, still in conversation a couple of times a week now. So, so one thing with boxing, you'll never lose your mates. Like
that's the one thing I will say.
You get done really deep.
Even at the level I was at, which was anywhere near that, is that there's a certain respect. You know what I mean? If you've been in a gym with boys, like I was lucky to be in a gym with Chris Ware and Ricky and.
There's no better buzz than being in a boxing gym.
In a gym.
It's
the
amazing.
Smell. I used to love the smell going in the warehouse and the smell. And
when you training together, you hitting shit at each other. Almost every single time I sparred Ricky, you dropped me with a body shot. Almost every single time, you drop other boys. Then after then you'd be in the shower, laughing, joking, bantering.
Respect, like.
It's a family. It's a community. The one thing about boxing, it is a community. Because you meet all ways of life, especially with the amateurs. We go to Merthyr, we box in a gypsy. I went to Gloucester. It was a gypsy show, a gypsy dinner show. It was the most mental show I've ever been to. I boxed a boy from the Bronx, the gym called the Bronx. I walked into the ring with a fucking Welsh flag around my shoulder, so I was going absolutely mental. So I stopped the boy in the first round. Matthew Boat then. He was my best. Not many people know who Matthew Boat is. Fantastic amateur boxer. The first person to beat a guy called Gethin Davis. So Gethin Jenkins from Carmarthen. Unlost in like 5-6 years. And that's from Welsh and British level. Matthew Boat fucking annihilated him. But when we were up there then, Matthew boxed a gypsy boy. He stopped his boy. And then Sean Criddle was meant to fight. There was 2 boys fighting from rival camps. So one of them hit one of them with a low blow. The ref fucking called the fight off, disqualified him. So one of the Jitbos then picked up a bucket, threw it at the ref. So the whole shot they get called off because the ring was soaking. So there's about 200 fucking people in it. There's about 200 Jitbos, and it's a dinner show. Only men. There's only men in it. So as they walking out, you can hear them. They're all walking out to have a scrap, and you can hear them. Right, we have this fight. In an Irish accent. I'm going to attempt it. And we come back in and have a pint. So we're driving off now. Dean was driving, Ricky Owens' stepbrother. He used to drive a minibus. So as he's driving off, he's like, stop, fuck off. He's fucking wheel spinning up the gravel car park. And there's about 100 people in a big circle with 2 people in the middle. I always remember, one was topless, one had a vest on, they going out like fucking in the middle.
Middle of a fucking dinner show.
But that was the amateur shows. Like, we have them up the Gwent, up the Fairfield. And I always remember it was a group who called themselves the Town Hill Mad Boys, TMB.
I've never seen that graffiti.
Yeah, fucking bit of an argument inside the Gwent. So as they go out then, you walk out, and people are in a car, and there's about fucking 15, 20 of the boys, they fucking toppled the fucking car. They tipped it fucking over.
That's like a fucking normal Tuesday
That
night.
was a typical amateur show. You'd be in there, the mothers would be going crazy, shouting and bawling. You know, the boxers would fight, always fucking hug after it, always hug. You know, it was younger, have a squash. You know, we'd get your food together, so you'd sit down and have your sauce and chips together. But it was the parents more. It was the parents that are nuts. Like the mothers, it's the mothers that are nuts. The mothers are insane. We've seen that documentary.
Yeah.
There's a show. There's a show in Merthyr, and the women are going insane. They're trying to get in the fucking ring.
I can't wait for the 2020 Olympics when Emlyn Road puts their own team in. Because there's more trampolines and swimming pool up Emlyn Road than there is in the fucking Olympic Centre in Sheffield. Honestly, every house got a swimming pool in it. It's fucking crazy. Fuck yeah.
That's a new. Well, was it hot tubs? Fuck.
Well, mate. I can't afford a fucking shower.
My daughter's 6, right? Now, she's the youngest in a year, so everyone else in a year are turning 7. She's not turning 7 until July. So I had a phone call off her mum, or a text off her mum about a month ago. Savannah's got a birthday party on Saturday. Will you take her? Of course I'll take her. You know, it's got the address to this house, blah blah blah. Pack a swimming costume for her. It's a hot tub party. It's like,
fucking right.
What? Hot tub party? I said, oh, I said, she's fucking. They don't. It's 7.
Yeah.
Hot tub party. I turns up. They're all fucking. There's like you know. There's obviously there's nothing in it. They're young. They're young children, but 6 and 7-year-olds having a hot tub party. But when I was six, I was having, we had a party in the front living room with a table. We were fucking jelly.
That's why Paddy can't say happy birthday.
That's the Wimpy, yeah. That's the Wimpy went shit trainer.
Well, funny enough, one of my cousins sent me a photo not long ago of us in her birthday party in McDonald's. I think when we 6, 7, and you always used to go to Wimpy, 6, 7, 8, you have parties at McDonald's, Wimpy, or within the house. And now 6, 7, I was having a fucking hot tub party. Yeah. Fucking, I thought we were going to go to Vegas to have hot tub parties.
Mate, that's where I gotta go. I gotta go from here to pick my daughter up from the Coopers. They got a fucking disco. Mate, no if I see anyone playing arches, I'm gonna kick.
I was a kid in arches. The skill to arches, right? The skill to arches was go with someone ugly.
Oh, you can't. That's what Jamie Breen used to do to me. You're go with me. Jamie Breen was necking more than who Hefner in the Lady Lords, mate. Honestly, God. Jamie, they turned to me, they'd look at me and compare me to Sloths from the Goonies. They turned around to Jamie Breen and he was fucking necking everyone. They fucking killed me.
That's what I used to do. She used to be like that, no. Come on, you come with me. I won't mention no names. You come with me, arches.
Took me 3 years to fucking realise I had to go with Raymond Griffiths. He had a broken nose and his mother dropped a teapot on his head. He was all scalded to fuck. All of a sudden then I'm necking everyone left, right and centre.
I got a little debate I wanted to chuck out there to all the listeners, all the Ambitions Critical listeners and all yourselves. So I've jotted down the League One, the team that was promoted, the Swansea City team that was promoted from League One to the Championship, right? So I got 11 players here who had the most appearances in that season. So not in position order.
Do one at a time.
So I'm gonna start off with the back. No, but
right. Hang on there. So what do you ask?
So basically, so what I'm saying is, I feel this team that I'm going to read out is better than the current team.
100%.
So in this team we had Ferry Border,
Robbo would walk into our midfield.
Robbo
would walk into the midfield. He'd probably still walk in the midfield now at this age.
Darren Prattley
would do a better job. Yeah.
Gary Monk.
He's probably better.
Leon Britton. Jason Scotland.
Not ahead of Boney or fucking.
De Vries is not as good as Fabian.
No way.
Dennis Lawrence.
Oh, fuck him. I hated Dennis Lawrence.
Marcus Pinter.
We got left back now.
Bowser. And I put Pinter twice.
Pizarro, is it?
Dobie?
No, he wasn't. No, this is
League One.
And also, so this is some of the team that was, in League One. Now, not so much the players, like individual players, but that team.
As a team.
If that team played us now,
they beat us.
They would beat us because obviously this is when they were all passing better. Yeah. You know, they were more a team. Exciting. Yeah, they were a team. They were like. Could you imagine now with Robbo on the pitch, right? Could you imagine fucking Sanchez when Robbo's on the pitch?
Yeah.
Like he would fucking grip hold of him. He just wouldn't happen, right?
Did you see
it
this?
Wouldn't fucking happen.
You know, we do say fuck the stats here, but I end up coming back to the stats now because football don't count for shit. We have taken 27 shots in 15 games. The record lowest previous to that was 37 shots. We're 10 below the record.
You know,
you don't
want to look at stats. You don't want to look at stats, but unfortunately, we always do look at stats because they're there. Because
look, the table done lie, and I said a few weeks ago, I don't think we'll get 20 points. Nothing tells me that we'll get 20 points. West Brom have always been a team, especially at home, that I've looked at, and we got them Saturday. I've always looked at and go, we get something from that. The best 45 minutes of football, and I'm in a majority of this, that I saw live at the Liberty was the 45 minutes when Michael Laudrup was in charge.
Was it when Routledge scored that volley?
There was two.
There was a midweek.
There was a midweeker,
which was out of the game,
right? Where we were like 3-0 up at half time.
And they come back.
No, I think we ended up 3-0, and the both of them, and then there was the one with Routledge as well. But I don't think that was Gary Monk. I think.
Yeah, that was Monk as well. Yeah.
It was a 3-0 at half time when Laudrup was in charge. It was a midweek, and we just Pablo Hernandez and even Routledge. I think Routledge scored in that one. We were fucking fantastic. But I've always thought West Brom at home is one of those teams that we can turn over. And I'm looking at it Saturday now, and I'm going, I can't see it. And then to fucking pile it all on. Right? We got Man City like fucking Wednesday.
That's a worry,
Jesus Christ. We are due, right? We are genuinely due a tune-in. I mean a fucking tune-in, right? And I think Man City Wednesday could be that fucking game.
Like Jesus or Aguero up front against us.
No, not even.
De Bruyne. I was going to say Jesus.
I was going to say, I think we'd get off if Jesus Christ himself would be playing.
Yes.
I feel a little bit more confident.
Put him up front, he'd probably still score.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like
we got Wolves in the FA Cup. We can fuck that off. They top the fucking league. No. That's another fucking hiding probably because they got something to fucking play for. Do you mean it's like it's all sad times. Get Leigh Dineen on you. Let's get into it.
I tell you what, fucking. You look at our team. Well, I got you right. I was talking about when West End first went into the Welsh League. Some of the players that played for them, right, going to the Welsh League. But like the likes of Neil Phillips, I'm not saying they're as good as the players now, but like this is like Neil Phillips or like Davo. Well, Danny Kavanagh, best centre half in Wales as he will label himself.
I don't know. I like Cavs, right? Hang on, I like Cavs, and I played against Cavs, and Cavs was a great footballer. But Davo was fucking fantastic. Let me tell you about the time Davo turned me inside out. Right?
Turned you inside out?
Oh, I mean, literally flipped me inside out.
Right? Fucking went through to you didn't want to be involved with him in a fucking 50-50.
I was playing for the Saints, and it was the year that I was 16 when I came in the league, and we beat them up the park to me, and this is when we played them down Pentrafford. We lost 5-0, right? This one had a great side. Bessie, Wayne Jones, Davo, Leacock, Cliffy in goals, Sucky, hell of a side, right? So I'm playing left side midfield. It was the same day.
Was that when Donny was playing as well?
When Donny played. Remember I told you a story about Donny Megamy in front of the Saints?
Donny was
that game, right?
He was a
player. I got the ball for a throw in on the left side of midfield. And Jippo's come running over. Give it to me! And I've thrown it to Jippo. And Davo have sort of spotted the run. So he's come this way, right? And as Jippo have gone, he's gone to give it back to me, and he's given me one right in the middle. And Davo have just come like a fucking steam train, right? Davo. And I'm there. I'm like rabbiting headlights. I'm going in, but I know I'm losing. Because Davo got about 3 stone on me, right? He's a fucking monster. Mate, he hit me, right? And he was completely fair. There's no problem with the tackle at all. He went straight through the ball. He went straight through me. My fucking legs went up over my fucking head. I landed on my fucking back on the floor. I remember laying there like this going, fuck me, I felt like I'd been in a car crash. and I looked up and Jippo was standing there and he went, oh, sorry Bush. Cheers Jip.
Yeah. When Weston first went to Wellesley, I used to follow him around everywhere. Like, it was sort of Davo, like half time, Dav or Neil Phillips would be in a change room smoking. Neil Phillips would be smoking in the shower. He only walking out, he'll have a shower and smoke and his roll, he won't get wet.
Neil Phillips is the only fucking boy who can do more keep-ups with an orange than most people.
He's the only boy that can have a nickname Ledge. And get away with it.
He's the only one.
The only one.
Usually would fuck him off and who says stop calling
himself Ledge. Oh, fuck him.
Any man though who's
if
Eddie May is your manager and who in the showers washing your cock and balls singing Eddie May's wife's a lesbian, who the fucking legend is? I don't know if I can call himself whatever the fuck he wants.
Like you walk in I play for the West End first. The Wesley team, we were in a friendly up in Swindon, I think it was, and we were in a shower and he walks in and said, "You got a fucking rollie." He was fucking smoking a rollie and he was pissing all over, pissing all over.
We'll have to get Neil on, yes.
Neil would be fucking. Well, he said him and Darren Norman, they play Xbox and fucking do a couple of volumes in the air, drink a bottle of cider and walk around town over the tops off.
Do you know the most famous person I ever got chinned by? Have I ever told you this story?
No.
Right.
The most famous person
I ever got chinned by. It's tremendous. Yeovil town manager, Darren Way. He's the current manager, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
I was in the schoolboys, under 15s. We played Plymouth, and we're supposed to play on home park, right? We travels down, day off school is fucking great. Travels down Wednesday, his fucking weather is horrendous. All the way down there, kids are spewing on a bus. Took us like 7 hours to get to Plymouth because the weather was so bad. Turns up home park, game called off. Sent us all the way fucking home, right? We had to go down a week after. Another day off school, fucking great, right? I hated school. We plays on the training ground, on the training pitches. So we used to play like a 5 in the back, right? It was like 2 wing backs, 2 centre halves marking, and a sweeper. Anthony Wright was sweeper in the English Cup side. You couldn't play your older age down, so you had to make changes. So I was the only one out of that defence that played in. Anthony played in midfield in the Welsh Cup. In the English Cup, he played sweeper. It was me and Mansell, right, playing centre halves, and we used to mark a man, and you didn't play left side or right side. You just follow the man, right? So you had one sweeper and the centre halves with the man mark. So I've ended up marking this guy, little fucking ginger bloke. Not much to look at. I was about 5'10", 5'11". I'm skinnier than I am now, but I was the same height from when I was about 15. This guy's about fucking 5'6". Not much to look at. I thought, I'll sort that cunt out, right? You know when you play against someone and from the first minute,
last words,
man, the first minute you know this guy's better than me.
Yeah.
The ball hit him like a fucking arrow. Remember coming into his feet, and I've gone to like right up closer back to him, and he just gone ping. First touch left me for fucking dead. I'm chasing him, right? And I go, fuck, this kid's good, like. So a couple of things happened. I knew he was game because he was like backing onto me and like roughing me up and shit. I thought, I got to nip this in the bud. So the ball had come into his feet. I know this is the days where you could get away with a few. So the ball's come into his feet and I've gone, hit him straight through the back of the legs, straight through the ball. Referee's blown up and you give it that like, what are you on about, ref? Yeah. Right, okay? Because like I've had the ball but I've literally hit him through the ankles on the way to the ball. What are you on about, ref? Fucking right. Ref pulled me over, one more of that. He's fucking going in a book. This Darren Way was game as ox. Now I didn't know he was Darren Way at this point. He's just some fucking guy I'm playing against, right? He's giving it to me, I'm giving it to him. Another ball comes in, bang, straight through the back of him. Yellow card. Oh fuck. I think he done me not long after. We were both on bookings and we were constant all game. He's elbowing me, I'm elbowing him. He's calling me a cunt, I'm calling him a cunt. Fucking constant, right? Second half, I think we were drawing and there was a corner and I remember it out on that side and he came into the near post, so I just went with him. And I think it was one of them where I stepped on his foot or something, so I had all that in a lot, spiteful as fuck. I stepped on him. And I watched the flight of the ball, like the corner kick came and I just saw the ball and then the next thing I'm on my back. And I didn't know how I got there. And I remember people jumped above me because there was a corner and I've sort of like gone into like the fetal position, so like people aren't like landing on me, and I looked up and my old man was behind the goals and he was freaking, he was going fucking mad. And I couldn't work out how I'd ended up on the floor. What had happened was, right, as soon as the corner got taken, my old man said, he took a step to the side and he hit me with a left hand.
Darren Way.
Right? I didn't even feel it.
Darren Way on the road.
Honest to God, you fucking Yeovil cunt.
Flash knockdown.
Oh, it was a proper flash knockdown. I was down. What the fuck went on, right? I got up. I remember looking at my old man. The ball came over and he got headed and then he got kicked out the other side. And there was big trees there down at his training park, and they'd gone in behind the trees, and they were linesman and a ref, right? This was like proper game. And they've gone looking for the ball. And I looked at my old man, he said, he just fucking chinned you, that guy. Right? And I go, fuck. So I walked over, and I fucking gave him one of them, like fucking just like shoved the head in the back of his fucking head.
He probably used a fucking more.
You know his ass again.
There was a big tete-a-tete, right? And it was fucking murders. And it went all the way through the game. Now, I didn't know this guy's name, but they used to do programmes for every schoolboy game. It was literally an A4 sheet of paper folded, Plymouth schoolboys versus Swansea schoolboys, and on the inside was and he was number 10, Darren Way, he was captain. I was like, and we drew 2-2 up there, so we had to play him back at a vetch. It was a Friday night game under the lights. It was amazing, right? Because a load of people came. It was fucking packed. The whole centre stand was full. And I thought, fuck me, I got to sort this cunt out. He chinned me. Right? Do you know what? Redemption. We went 3-0 up, right, in the first like 10-12 minutes. Stephen Dyer scored an absolute fucking cracker. He fucking pulled it out when he dinked the keeper. He done the same thing with Cletley in a final against the Swans. And we were 3-0 up in the first 10 minutes. And just after we went 3-0 up, he went past me and I had the ball, man and ball like tackle, flattened him, and I looked down and I screamed at him, get out, you can't. I looked at him and he was like, he saw like his heart went, not because of me, they were 3-0 down. Like. You know, they were 3-0 down.
You thought, fuck this.
Oh, he thought, fuck it. And I didn't, like I say, I just always remembered his name because he was the best player I ever played against. And years after, right, I was in the house with my old man, and it was before Saints game. I was like, and there was a 12:30 game on, and it was Yeovil versus someone in like the playoffs to come out of the conference to go into it was like a 2-legged playoff to go into the fucking League 2. And me and my old man are sitting there in a set years when I lived in Mount Pleasant, and I'm looking like that, and Darren Way is leading the fucking team out for Yeovil.
Fuck.
And I go like that, fucking hell. My old man goes, that's a twat that chin you down his mouth. He goes, it fucking is as well. And we like that because obviously we hadn't seen the fucking team sheet, right? So I'm like, his name is Darren Way, Dad. His name is Darren Way. I'd always remembered it. Next thing.
You know what, man? Once I fills Michael out, then I'll go looking for him.
The fucking team sheet come up, Darren Way captain. And then obviously after that, then I kept an eye on his career because Yeovil got promoted that game. Not that game. I think that was the first leg. They played second and they got promoted and they came into League 2, and then that's when Swans started playing Yeovil. Darren Way played in his games. He was always brilliant against the fucking Swans. Always ran us ragged. And then he signed for us and then played about fucking 4 minutes of fucking football. So I always kept an eye on him. Fucking ginger cunt. And now he's manager.
He's done a like for himself, hasn't he?
Well, yeah.
Fair play,
he's
that.
fucking from Chin and New.
He dropped me, yeah. It was.
Is his claim to fame?
That's what he tells the boys.
What you be saying now? Because if this podcast goes well, do you know the most famous person I chinned?
Yeah. Most famous person I chinned was that Paddy Collins, you know?
That's how they know me. Right. Before we fucking wrap it all up, it must be worth mentioning Curtis Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, awesome, isn't it?
Well, that's him,
no fucker would ever argue with it, would he?
No, he deserves the accolades.
He deserves everything he gets, doesn't he? You know what I mean?
He plays heart and soul in the football. Swan, the Swans for how many years?
Fucking
on and off.
Do you know what I mean?
Whatever.
So
he's never let us down. I seen Ian had a funny tweet, something about they sacked him by text or something.
Yeah. Do you reckon he got top of that award by text?
Very likely. Probably the Swans didn't fucking tell him about it, but
no, when we talk about as we said, what we say all the time in the word.
Well, we talk about the Welsh sports, as we talked about earlier, Welsh sports, people not getting recognised. It's nice to see someone deserves to be recognised.
Yeah, totally. Fucking fantastic for Kurt and fantastic for the Swans in a way. Look, we not got many positives in this fucking season. Let that be fucking one of them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if Claremont goes directly, they'll have the audacity to ask Kurt to step back in and look after
us. You know what? They would have the brass.
They
fucking would have the brass.
And I think is he probably fucking say yes. Well,
let me tell you, I heard a story. The fucking male nurse bear in mind, this fucking man saved the club twice now, not just fucking once, twice. I heard a story, I don't know whether it's true, the male nurse, they made him pay for his season ticket. This is a guy who, without which there would be no club.
I don't know. I don't know. Truth. Would there be truth behind that? Well, fine. I think
we like the fake truths.
Yeah.
We're spreading fake news.
Well, with somebody the other day, right? We had a box at Wayne Goodridge, and he was telling me, he used to meet with like a lot, the little players and that, and I can't remember the guy's name. I always can't. I'll find out the name. And I'll text it to you. But he was an ex-Swans player. He had to retire through injury, and Taylor's box was next to Wayne's, and Taylor wouldn't allow him in his box. So they phoned Wayne and said, "Will you leave this ex-Swans player come into your box?"
He wouldn't let him.
No, Taylor said no, and they didn't have apparently they have no room for him in the hospitality.
Yeah.
It's fucking ex-Swans player, man. I think he was ill. It's something happened. He got ill. He couldn't play anymore. And they couldn't find a fucking space for him, so Wayne said, "Fucking put him in my box." And Wayne fucking paid for his drink, his food. He paid for his food and drink. And they fucking still charge Wayne for his fucking food and drink.
Fucking goes to show, innit?
So Wayne said to get Taylor back, and he went to Taylor's room and robbed a bottle of wine on his fridge.
Like he had a fucking shit on the table, cunt.
But saying that, it could
Robbed
be
the
true.
wine drunk in
It could be true with
Speaking
the
of shit
season.
in the stadium, do you see our Sunderland fan?
Oh fucking hell!
Fucking tremendous!
Okay.
I've seen it, right?
No.
That's fucking great. This kid, he's 17, right? And again, the days of social media now, when people filmed it. He's sitting in the stadium now, and he's sitting in his seat, and everyone's partying like Jesus in the Red Sea, right? And he's taking a shit in the stadium, right?
Oh my word!
But
his excuse
social
is
media
best.
now, his excuse is fucking unbelievable.
His excuse is
he's
fucking
17, right? He said, they said, "Oh, why did you do it?" Like someone tracked him down. He said, "I've had 3 bottles of wine, 17 cans of Strongbow, and 2 Advent calendar chocolates."
That's all I've had, yeah. That's all I've had to eat was 2 Advent calendar chocolates. So drink got you.
Fucking hell.
You couldn't make that up.
But anyway,
You couldn't
at least
fucking
he's
make
fucking honest. Like he said, I'm 17. I had 3 bottles of wine, 17 cans of dark fruits, and I've had 2 Advent calendar chocolates all day. That's why I shit on the fucking stadium. Like fucking quality, man. I was fucking pissed at myself.
Oh, what a way to fucking
But
end
on a massive serious note though, anyone out there, any male, any blokes, mothers listening, any of your young kids, get them involved in a local club.
It's not just boxing.
Get them involved.
Spud is another legend.
Spud's a legend. Get them involved in anything. Like my boys, only 3, get them in gymnastics. Get them into support your local clubs.
Don't let them sit in the house.
Don't let them sit in the house. Support your local clubs. Appreciate what's around you. There's facilities everywhere. You've got the boxing. You've got boxing, kung fu, karate, judo clubs, gymnastic clubs, army cadets. You've got it all. Just realise how lucky we are. Get the kids involved. If you complain, don't sit in the house complaining. Your kid is fucking playing a computer. Get them up off their fucking asses. You've got the power to do it. Do the parents. Get them out. Get them in these clubs. Support your local community and fucking make something of your kids rather than fucking.
Adam for mayor.
Taking over. I don't know about fucking small steps. Fucking hell.
But it's we'd all laugh, joke, swear, but if you just don't sit in the house fucking complaining, new kids doing fuck all.
Yeah,
get them involved. Football doesn't matter what it is. Get them involved. And thank you for having me on, lads. It's been a pleasure, boys. It's been great to come on and have a little chat. So hopefully some people a bit more knowledgeable now, whether it be the Swans, boxing, whatever.
No, it's fucking great. I
think I've been quite chilled.
Crying?
I think I've been quite chilled.
It's getting emotional like me when I see the fucking kids do something.
I think I've been quite chilled as well, to be honest. It's lucky Owen didn't fucking pick me up and drop me off. I'd been on the table naked.
When you turned up dressed as a grill, I thought, fuck me, this is going to go down. This is going to be heavy tonight.
Yeah.
But right, Adam, thank you very much.
Awesome, lads, thank you very much.
This has worked out good timing, Pad. You top dad of the year.
I'm going down full poison playing archers.
Yeah.
Anyone mention word finger and I'll be kicking fucking like off outside the Coopers. So if your kids are in a party outside the Coopers now is the time to get them.
I'm going to get a dustpan and brush up, fucking sweep his hair up.
Sweep up all his hair. That's not the griller there either. I think it's fucking yours. Right, thank you very much. Boxing the weekend, James the Gale, all that. That's what I'm going to be watching Saturday night, having a bevy. I'm not working Sunday, fuck them.
BT Sport, get it on.
BT Sport, we're out here. See you later.
Peace out.
ambition is critical.